Okay. Good break? Okay. Any unique, interesting music selection? Did anyone like surprise you? Yeah, who surprised? Who Denzel? Who surprised you? Yeah, what was the surprise? Country music. Why? 'Cause she's black. What's wrong with that? Kiki, I'm with you. I'm on your team. I'm just messing with you. Actually, I'm not messing with you, but okay. Real quick, so notebooks and pens. All you need for this section. Notebooks and pens. And the thing I want to share with you too, this part is really important because the active learning is going to help you understand this portion even better. Okay, so I need your help today. So can I promise to get your active energy? Yes. Yes. Can I promise that you'll get participation? Yes. Yes. And can you promise that you understand why this is going to help you make money? Yes. Yes. Awesome. If you're with me, raise your hand and say, Jeff, I'm with you. Jeff, I'm with you. Oh, wonderful. Yep. Let's do one more review real quick. How many steps? What? And explain what? Why? Why you're what? Working. Yeah, why are you working? What are some of the things we talk about? What's the contest called? Fast. What's it called? Fast. How many days is it? 10. How long is your training? 10. Same thing. Good. Scholarship based on major? No, it's performance, sales. Sponsorship. Then we talk about the shopping spree. How much is that for? Yeah. What's the second step to the sale? Establish what? Credibility. One time. Establish what? Credibility. Of who? Yeah. What's Cutco made? What part of New York? Since 19. How many customers? Over 17 million. Give me one show that we're on. Okay, good. Step 3 is to create something. What do we create? What do we create? Yeah, what's the problem? Their knives. Then we talk about this. This is called planned obsolescence. Repeat after me. Obsolescence. Obsolescence. It means it's cheap now, but later it's way more expensive. Good. Then we talk about the problems with knives. Make a yucky face. Why? Because if you make the face, why? Because 55% of communication is body. What is it? Body? Yeah, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And actions speak louder than words. That's right. After create a problem, we offer what? Solution. And what is the solution, everybody? Cutco. We don't just want to show Cutco, we want to what? We want to present it because it's not just good, it's not outstanding, it's the absolute. It's just the best. Wonderful. How many rivets does Cutco have? 3. What kind of steel? Grade 4? 448. 448. Good. We cut through the rope. Whose knives first? Ours or theirs? Theirs. Why? Because you want to save the best for? What kind of reaction do you have when you cut through with Cutco? Wow. You get excited? They get excited. That's right. Guarantee. Need a receipt? No. What's the receipt? Product. Good. How long is the 15-day trial period? 15 business days. Good. Then you talk about creating a specific need. Is there one magical knife? No. No. Why? What do you need to buy? It needs to be a set. Okay. Do we show them the biggest set first? No. No. Which set? The set for people who need to cook. Okay. Need to cook. If you have the tool, you pull it right out. It's got a star. If you don't have the kit, or the tool in your kit, you just say, Miss Anna, I'm sorry I don't have this yet, but I can win it in my Faster contest. There you go. Okay. And then you talk about the wood blocks. What's unique about our wood blocks? Coated. What else? The slots. They're horizontal, and the pegs at the bottom. Okay. And what's unique about the kitchen tools and the curve? What's that for?
It helps them with falling
and also sweat or burning your hand. Okay. Beautiful. Everyone understand so far? Yeah. Raise your hand and say, I got it. I got it. You do. Nice work. Give yourselves a round of applause. Active round of applause. Good. Awesome. So if you take a look at the television here, I have a couple of things. This next section is where you make the money. Your attention here will determine how much money you make. If you want to be average and sell 1 to 3,000 and make 1 to 400 bucks by Monday, you want to understand this. If you want to be a high flyer and sell 3 to 6,000 and make 400 to 1,000 by Monday, pay extra close attention. Okay? Because remember, it's always going to be what? 10, 80, 10. Some of you will be below, most of you will be average, some of you will be above. This is going to determine a lot of it. So here are the 3 objectives, and you don't have to take, what's great about this part of training, it's more active than it is taking notes. Okay? In fact, I will even tell you, don't take any notes until I tell you to. I only have 4 slides to take notes on. It's more important you understand, and you're with me, and we have a discussion than it is for you to write all these notes. You guys understand that? Raise your hand and say, aye. Aye. Say, Jeff, I prefer that.
I prefer that.
Jeff, you're the man.
Jeff, you're the man.
Oh, stop. I want to increase your belief in the product. Do you think customers can tell you believe in it even if you don't say it?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. Why? Because it's not what you say, it's
how you say it.
And actions speak louder than
words.
Yeah, your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm will tell, and people can tell if you believe in it. That's why this section is so important. I want to show you why Cutco is not just the best, but how we compare. Second thing I want to teach you is the concept of value. In fact, I'm going to have you write that down on the top. Brand new sheet of paper. I want you to write down day 2 of training, put dollar signs next to it. And then the big equation I want you to write down, value okay. Value equals quality over price. Value equals quality over price. Value equals quality over price. Eyes when you're done. Okay, value equals quality over price, meaning value means you get what you
pay for.
In your own words, who can explain what that means? You get what you pay for. Who can tell me? Go ahead.
If you buy a cheap product, then the product won't last long.
Yeah, if you spend little, you'll get little. Okay, but what happens if you want a high quality, high performing, good, long lasting, forever investment?
Spend more.
You spend more. Why? Because you get what you
Pay for.
Yeah, that's the important part. Now that's why people here, we're talking about not a purchase, but what? One more time, not a purchase, but a what?
Investment.
Yeah, and how much you have to spend at least to make an investment?
$1,000.
And you expect an investment that's over $1,000 to be used how often?
Every day.
And last how long?
Forever.
Yeah, give me an example of an investment, not Cutco, besides Cutco.
TV.
TV, how? Okay, you guys understand that. So that's why we're going to talk about why Cutco is not just a great purchase, it's a great what? Investment. One more time, how much you have to spend for an investment?
$1,000.
And how often do you expect to use it?
Every
And
day.
how long do you expect it to last?
Forever.
That's why we're going to sell so much, because you guys are selling an investment, an awesome investment. So keep that in mind. You get what you pay for. Third objective of training today, by the time we finish today, you will be comfortable calling friends and family, not just to say hi and catch up, but to set up a professional appointment. Your skill set will increase. We'll target your best customers, and my goal is before you leave here today, you will set up your first 5 to 10 or more appointments for the weekend before I see you on Monday. We're going to set this up right here. And remember, what's the magic number? How many appointments do I need to go for? 10, but if you're a high flyer, what?
14.
14, right. If you're looking to have a $10,000 fast start and you want to make between $2,000 and $5,000 in your first 10 days, then I would go for the 14 plus. Okay? Really important. So I also want to remind you that we're really working hard for the Fast Start contest. Who remembers why we have a contest that lines up within your first 10 days? Because what's happening in your first 10 days? What is first 10 days?
Training.
It's your training. So why do we have a contest to motivate you to work harder?
Just to work harder.
Train harder. Why else? Why else?
Improvement.
To get better at the job. Okay. Why else, Denzel? More money. Yeah. Plus, we want to have you have $1,300 worth of free Cutco, just like Walmart versus what? It's true for Walmart. The more you show, the more you. Yeah, you guys understand that. So you met Connor. Connor back there. Watch, his average order is going to increase because he just won probably $1,100 worth of Cutco. So right away, he's got more to show. And of course, we have the tropical destination, the trip, which I'll explain tomorrow, and our VIP night when you hit the $10,000 fast start. I had about 6 of you yesterday and 3 today ask me, hey Jeff, how do I go for a $10,000 fast start? I will tell you later on today, but the first step to have a $10,000 fast start is you have to book at least 10 to 14 appointments your first weekend, no doubt. Second is you want to join me. I have a workshop tomorrow that's before training just for people who want to get the extra attention. So we'll talk about that. So before we start, I think it's important to talk about why Cutco's the best, and I want to show you some cool videos. I want to show you 2 very important videos. One is a nationally, I guess, televised part of our product. And the other one's a customer, like a real live Mac customer. The first one is Dr. Phil. Who knows Dr. Phil? Okay, Dr. Phil's the new Oprah. What does that mean? He's the most popular daytime television host. What's the Oprah effect?
When Oprah says she likes
When
it.
Oprah says she likes it, everyone likes it. True story. I don't remember the exact name, where, but there was like this Midwest obscure small town with this like cake shop. And we're talking like mom and pop, small time business. I don't know, maybe doing $50,000 to $100,000 a year. I have no idea. Of course, Oprah goes with her friend Gail. You guys know that? You know Gail? Okay. If you watch Oprah, you'll know what that means. So they go out, and she comes back, and she says, oh, I went to this town in Michigan, and I love the cakes, and you get a cake, and you get a cake, and you get a cake. She gave the cakes to everyone. She goes, these are delicious. I love these. Within 24 hours, that company tripled or quadrupled its sales, something crazy, and they went from like a couple hundred, like $50,000 to $100,000 business to like hundreds of thousands of dollars of business overnight, more than they could handle. One promotion. Here's the cool thing: you can't pay Oprah to do that. Oprah doesn't need your money. You can't pay Oprah to do that. So who picks and decides what Oprah talks about? Oprah and her producers. Same thing with Dr. Phil. This is why I love this video, because we didn't do this. This episode is Dr. Phil, January 6, 2012. This was an episode on healthy lifestyle. Okay, how to become healthier. And part of it is cooking more of your own food versus processed foods. And of course, if you're going to cook your food, you need to do what? Yeah, how often do people use knives? Every day. And so he talked about the best knives you can buy are Cutco. And the set he's showing is one of our smaller sets. It's like a starter set. And this one retails for like $600+. And he gives one to everyone in the audience. How's that? Now listen to this, or pay attention. When they respond, and he says, you're all going to get one. What kind of customers are usually in the audience? The moms of the Mac families. What kind of reaction do you think they had? Right, because how often would they use it? And how long would it last? What's that? What's that called? That's an investment. They just got a free investment from Dr. Phil. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Listen to the reaction. I mean, they go berserk. Watch.
Something I think every cook needs in the kitchen is a sharp set of knives to help chop up all those healthy foods. So Cutco knives are the top of the line knife.
We can't pay him to say that. You guys understand that, right? Yeah. Okay, just want to make that point.
That come with a butcher block cutting board and a lifetime guarantee. They retail for over $600. So everybody in the audience is going. And you have to use them, okay?
Isn't that awesome? Takeaways, positive feedback. What gives you confidence from that video?
The actual excitement of the crowd.
Excitement of the crowd. What else gives you? What gives you confidence, Jacob? You're about to raise your hand. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The doctor.
Yeah, how about just Dr. Phil? Yeah, cool. Here's what you say, Rachel. Denzel. Belief in the product. Cool. Does that give you a little confidence? Go ahead, Rich.
Oh, no. Can you like put it back? Like, what date was that?
January 2012. I can come
January
back.
6th. 2012.
Yeah, I'll come back to January 6, 2012. Okay. This other video, I'll come back to you, Chris. Oh, go ahead, real quick.
That you didn't have to tell him to do it.
Yeah, they just did it. It's pretty cool. That's your product. This one is a great customer. This is a customer on the west coast of Florida. I believe the rep is from our Tampa office. Don't quote me on that. But this is a repeat customer. Okay, this is someone who's already made the investment over how much? How much? And how often is she using it?
Every day.
And how long is it lasting?
Forever.
Yeah, this is her investment. But listen to her feedback. And this is what I want you to take. When you meet with customers, you're going to have that 10% of customers that are very skeptical. Like, George, what is this? You're going to have the 10% that are like, this is awesome. I don't care what you're saying. I'm already going to invest. Then you're going to have to sell the rest. It's like, depends on how well you call us and how you let us help you close your sales. But when you sit with every one of those customers, I want you to remember this video and what happens when the customer does make the investment. Her name is Katrina, and just so many things she says that you're going to love. You don't have to write it down, just pay attention. Pretty cool.
Wait.
Hi, my name is Katrina, and I have been a faithful Cutco owner of my homemaker set for approximately 8 years.
8 years, right? How long does Cutco last without resharpening? About 7 to 10. So she still hasn't serviced yet. Okay.
I first of all bought it because I was embarrassed by my old knives, which were just missing pieces here and there. I bought it kind of afraid because I had made the investment of spending so much money, and I thought, what have I done?
Okay, stop for a second. Who can relate to that? Like when you buy something, you're like, oh my God, what have I done? PlayStation controllers and 6 games. Oh, right? That's for your investment. I'm talking about a Mac customer. Okay? We talked about this very briefly yesterday, but there's a concept called buyer's remorse. Okay? So first of all, one last time, I know you're hearing it, active learning, right? An investment is when you spend at least how much? You expect it to be used how often?
Every day.
And it lasts how long?
Forever.
Right. So whenever you invest, give me three very popular Mac family investments that are made all the time, every day. Give me one, Jacob.
Card.
A car, okay?
Home.
Home, okay? And in this case, kitchen cutlery, bed, just to name 4, okay? What's really important is that when people place an investment, okay? Some people have it really bad. Oh, sorry. Some people have it really bad. Some people have it not at all. But some have it like sort of. It's called buyer's remorse. That you know when you spend money on something over a certain amount, and the next thing that you might purchase, even though it's not out of the budget, you just feel broke. Right? Let me use a Mac example. Let's say Anna's my daughter, right? And Anna, she's okay, but she crashes the car. Right? Dad, Mom, I have to tell you something. What? Got in an accident. All right. Okay. All right, cool. So the next day, $1,000 I have to spend on new tires. That's about what it's going to cost. It's an investment, isn't it? Okay. So I have to invest in new tires for Anna's car because she ruined it. And then that night, Anna goes, Mom, you know, there's this trip. No, we're broke. Raise your hand if you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? If I'm a Mac customer, is $1,000 in tires, am I really broke? Meaning, do I have to sell the house or are we out of the house? No. How do I feel, though? I feel broke. What's that called? Buyer's? Yeah. Who's experienced that before? Yeah. You've experienced it. Who always experiences it? Yeah, Mac customers. So this is what she's talking about, is buyer's remorse. We're going to reference buyer's remorse tomorrow because that's how you'll sell a lot of Cutco, when you can help customers get over buyer's remorse. And how do you do that? We work out deals. We discount products. We hook them up. And you'll see that tomorrow. Cool? All right, take a look.
When I started to use my sets, it became apparent to me that it was life-changing.
So what did she say?
Life-changing.
What is it?
Life-changing.
Life-changing. Okay? That's why this is an investment, not a purchase, folks. Your purchases don't change your life. Oh, those are a cool pair of shoes. I know, ladies, you think it does. It doesn't change your life. An investment changes your life. Having a car, not having a car, changes your life. Right? Having a home, not having a home. Having a bed, not having a bed. Having what? Knives and not having the right knives changes your life. So really, check it out.
Because I wanted to cook again. I enjoyed cooking, and I wanted to cook in front of my friends and family because this is such a beautiful set. I was never embarrassed. I didn't have to cut over in the corner. I wanted to cut on the big counter and let everybody see my knife. And as you can see, I also got the knife set that goes with it that I set on the table, which I proudly display in my chop blocks. So I set my table with my knives, which I love very much. And I like every knife in here. Every knife has a purpose. I've used every one of them.
What did she say? Every knife has a what?
Purpose.
And she used every single one of them. Why? Because you always have the right tool for the...
Right.
Yeah, that's why we sell sets, everybody. That's why we don't have what? One knife. Okay, go ahead.
I also have...
Okay, hold on. Watch her on this one. She's a little obsessed.
my 2 sets of scissors, which I dearly love. The reason I bought 2 sets of scissors was because my husband and my son overused this pair, and they were using it for things like cutting things that they shouldn't. So this is my pair, and this is their pair, and this is Mommy's. It's red, okay? So that's how they know the difference, and I love my scissors very much.
I would not mess with that mom, right? And her scissors, okay?
I recommend Cutco to friends and family all the time because it's a lifetime investment, but it's a lifetime return.
Right? What did she say? Lifetime what?
Investment.
Not a purchase, investment, but also a lifetime
Return.
Yeah. That's why you should feel good about selling Cutco. That's what I want you to believe. I know most of you don't cook. 10% of you don't know anything about microwave and dining halls. I know. Some of you, you're actually really good at cooking. And most of you can, if need be, or have cooked maybe once in a while. But remember, that's why I want you to feel good about when you sit down with the customer, the money you're going to make on the sale is going to be awesome, but you'll spend it, wisely or poorly. You'll spend it. The product that they have is not a purchase, though. What is it? One more time. And how long does it last? And how often do they use it?
Every day.
That's it. That's it. Really, really important point. So as we move forward, she goes on for another 5-6 minutes. She loves it. Okay? Value is the most important part of this training because if you understand that you get what you pay for, if we're not just good, and if we're not just outstanding, we're the absolute what?
Best.
What should happen if you want to get our product? You have to spend more. Wink, wink. Not as much as you think with us. Why from yesterday? Why? No middleman. Where's Cutco made? What part of New York? Essentially, what country? Yeah, so it goes right to the customer. So what do we eliminate? One more time? No middleman. So remember from yesterday, we can sell now the Ferrari, which is the best, compared to a Mercedes or BMW, for charge the price of a Camry. Right away, you should already have a light. I hope you have a light bulb going, oh, man, I'm going to sell a lot. If you could sell a Ferrari and compare it to BMW and Mercedes, but sell it for the price of a Camry, would you sell more Ferraris?
Yes.
Yep, you would. And that's what we're going to talk about for the next 15, 20 minutes before we take a break. Cool? All right, so need your attention. If you're with me, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Okay. You do not need to take notes until I tell you. I just want you to see the slide. This is where I want you to pay attention. We're going to talk about all the different types of kitchen cutlery that's out there. Why? In other words, why not just talk about how great we are? We're the Ferrari. We're the best. Here's why it's awesome. Why talk about the junk, the middle, the low quality, high
We
quality?
need to know everything about this that we're selling.
Yes, you need to be educated representatives. This is why it's called customer service. You need to be able to service the customers. Who else raising their hand over here? Why else? Go ahead, Luis. Okay, it's okay. Danielle.
You know your competition.
You know your competition.
Create a problem.
You want to create a problem. There you go. Why? Because we're going to offer the solution. Good. So I'm going to use a car analogy if that's okay, because it's the easiest. You don't need to take notes. Just pay attention. Okay. So I'm going to talk about. We'll start here. Talk about junk. Okay. I'll put LQ, which is low quality. HQ, which is high quality. And then the best, which is us. So I'll use a car analogy. Junk. This will be the car that you find at the junk yard. Okay, the car that you spent, I don't know, $1,000 on. You see what I did? You don't want to do that. Because you get what you... Right, okay. Then low quality car. Not junk, but a lower quality car. We'll call it like a Saturn. No offense, sorry. Okay, no offense, by the way, seriously. But it's a lower quality car for one reason, and one reason only. What's the lower quality part of it? And why? The price is lower quality because what is lower quality?
Materials.
Say it again.
The materials.
Materials. That's it. And we'll talk about that. If it's a cheaper material, you get what you... So what's cheaper? Price, okay? So we'll call it Saturn, okay? Or Kia, like those are all comparable, okay? High quality, we'll just use BMW, even though it could also be Lexus or Mercedes, right? These are considered high quality luxury type cars. And then we'll do, of course, Ferrari, okay? Difference in price, one more time, everyone, active. You get what you, one more time. You get what you
pay for.
All right, so what's this one? Going to cost less or more? Oh, then the junk. Less or more. This is going to be more. So you can get a Saturn probably for $15,000 to $20,000, roughly. Okay. You can get a BMW starting for $50,000 to $70,000. Okay. You get a Ferrari for $125,000 to $200,000. One more time. You get what you pay for. And what determines the difference in the price? One more time. The material. This has holes in the cloth. This has cloth. This has leather. This has imported leather. See the difference, right? This is missing some tires. Okay, rusted tires. This has the tires, not rusted, not messed up. This has imported custom tires. This has like the best of the best high-performance tires. Okay, one more time. You get what you... Okay, cool. So let's talk about this compared to kitchen cutlery. Okay. So for example, I want to talk about the names, like what they're called, so you can see what's out there. I want to talk about where you buy them. And the most important thing is what the price is, because you gotta know what you get what you pay for. So the names, I don't even know the names of these. These are just the ones you buy at the dollar store. Right? You buy these at the dollar store. They're just junk, and you get what you. You ever purchase something from the dollar store? Raise your hand, say aye. And when it breaks the next day, you go. Right? No. Why is your reaction? No, because you got what you. What's that called? That was the value. High or low value? Low value. Okay, great. Okay, these costs, and I'm going to say the price, 10-piece set. Typical set of knives is about 10 pieces. 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula, roughly. Okay, so universally, a basic set of people who need to cook is about 10 knives. So a 10-piece set of dollar knives is what? 10, maybe up to 20 bucks. Okay. Now watch, it's going to be different. Then you have low quality. Would you expect it to be less or more in price? More. Why? What determines the price? The material. The material. Thank you, sir. Now these, the #1 selling, is called Chicago cutlery. Okay, and I'll explain. It's called Chicago cutlery. But here's how you know they're low quality. It's called Chicago cutlery, made in China. Why is it made in China? Cheaper labor, yeah. Okay. Now these you can only buy at like Walmart or Target, those type of stores. And there's, of course, higher quality
Better
material, so then you get what you. So what should the price be? More price, right? What do you get here? You get probably about a $200 to $300 set at most. At most. Okay. By the way, that's the price of a PlayStation. A used one, not even the new one, like an older PlayStation. Same thing. And then we go to the high quality. Okay. There are 3 very prominent brands I want you to hear about, and we'll write them down later, but these are the best of the best out there. These are like the BMW, Lexus, and Mercedes. You've got what's called Wusthof, W-U-S-T-H-O-F, the German brand. Okay. Schön, S-H-U-N, the Japanese brand. The last one is called Henkel's, okay, which is also a German brand. Wusthof, Schön, and Henkel's, and I'll give you a chance to write those down later. Henkel's, Wusthof, Schön, and Henkel's. Ironically enough, Germany, Japan, Germany. BMW, Lexus, Mercedes. Germany, Japan, it's the same thing. It's kind of interesting. Now, watch this. You can't buy these at Walmart or Target. You can only get them in nicer department stores, like a Nordstrom, like a Macy's, a Dillard's. Those are 3 different types of stores. Or specialty shops, department or specialty, meaning specialty for what part of the home? Kitchen. For kitchen. Does anyone know the most elite specialty store for kitchen? Williams-Sonoma. That's it. Now, watch this. Watch this. How many of you have never heard what the hell is Williams-Sonoma? Most of you. Most of you. No, seriously, most of you. Why? Because it's the specialty store for high-end kitchen products. So why would you know about that, right? Yeah. There's actually one at Galleria, one at Aventura, one at Dadeland. You're like, what? Because you don't see it when you go to Gap and Abercrombie and all the stores that you would buy, right? GameStop, Foot Locker, versus a mom that walks by and sees it. Because you have no need for it, right? Okay, really important. I'll talk about that. In fact, Williams-Sonoma, who has heard of it? Okay. And you know it's like, have you been in it, Sebastian? Okay, what do they sell in there? You've been in it.
A bunch of really expensive.
Really expensive, but what? You get what you yeah, it's like the boutique. Okay? Cookbooks, coffee makers, it's called Bodum. It's like the Cutco of coffee makers, all that stuff. Okay. Next thing here. One more time. Everybody, active. You get what you pay. So what should happen to the price here? Should go more. Yeah, should go more. Why? Because of the better material. So take a look here. 10-piece set. Okay. $1,000 to $2,000. And I'm going to square that off for 1 second. Most of you, I think, are high school seniors. Just graduated. Most of you. Okay. Who just graduated? High school. Okay. $1,000 to $2,000. Let's review why. One more time. You get what you pay. That's called value. Okay. And what determines, Michael, one more time? Material determines the price, so if it's better material. I want to stop for a second and give you a Jeff Gamble special sauce tip right now. Probably the biggest one of today. Don't even write it down. Pay attention and look at me. Ready? Easy. Just remember this, and this will make you a lot of money, and you're welcome ahead of time. Don't act, think, or speak like a college student when you sell Cutco to customers. I'll say it again. Don't act, don't think, don't speak like a who?
College student.
College student. Take a wild guess. Who wants to give it a shot? What does that mean? Don't act, think, or speak like a college student when you're referencing and you're comparing and you're talking about products. Who hasn't read Jacob since I've been heard from you all?
Because you don't work on. They're not us.
They're not you. Number one. Okay, that's true. They don't think like you. Go ahead.
Because they're not going to buy from someone. They're less likely to buy from someone who's acting very unprofessional, very nonchalant. They're going to think.
Yeah.
It's going to reflect back on the product.
What are you losing? Connection, right? So, for example, okay, don't act, think, or speak like a college student. I know how much $1,000 to $2,000 is to you, but remember, you got to put yourself in whose shoes, which customers? Max. So if you sit down, Uncle George, Aunt Anna, yeah, this is the competition. They're called Wusthof, Schön, and Henkel's. They go for like $1,000 to $2,000. I know, it's crazy. Heart beating. Now, if you act, think, and speak like a college student, right? What they're going to do right away, whether they show it or not, they're going to roll their eyes either internally or at you, and in their head or out loud, they're going to say, you really don't understand money. You've lost the connection, and you've lost the first most important step to the sale. Right? Because then they can't take you seriously. Because, ready? A Mac customer invests all the time. You expect to use it how often? And it lasts for how long? Okay, give me like a list. Let's do the list officially now. All the things that Mac customers are used to shelling out $1,000 for, that they see value in. Why? Because it's every day and lasts forever. Denzel, give me one. Furniture. Ready? Let's talk about sofa. Anyone have a leather sofa? Okay, there's 3 types of leather sofas: cheap, medium, and high quality. The cheap ones, like leather, plastic leather. That's $1,000, by the way. You might not know that. That's $1,000 just to get the cheap ones. Who's got a a nicer sofa? $2-3 grand for the sofa. Does anyone know for a fact they have a $2-3+ grand sofa at the house? Right. That's normal. That's a normal investment for a Mac customer. Good one. Give me another one, Jacob.
Like school for their children.
How about books the first round? George is like, God, talk to me. $600?
Roughly.
Okay,
yeah.
watch this. This is interesting. So, and did you pay your parents paid?
I paid half actually.
Okay, cool. But have they ever paid for it?
Oh yeah, they.
Okay, watch. So they paid for it. Watch. $600. How many classes?
Roughly 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Did you buy all the books?
No.
So what if you did buy the books?
It'd be at least $1,200-$1,300.
At least $1,200-$1,300. Right? And by the way, why did they pay for it? Because what did they see?
Value.
Yeah. So what doesn't matter?
Price.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you understand. If you see a value, don't worry about the price. Right? What's the value? His education. So what doesn't matter? I don't love it, but yeah, okay, I've got to shell out because he's gonna learn. Cool. What else? Give me $1,000 investments from Mac customers all the time. Luis. Home appliances. That like appliance at a time. Let me give you one. You know, when you eat food, it comes in the refrigerator. And most kids, high school, college students, what you think about is, oh, you know, it didn't come with the house. It doesn't come with the house. Your parents paid for it. And do you know how much a refrigerator costs? Okay, ready? $1,000 to $1,500 doesn't even get you the water or ice dispenser. If you have one with the ice or water, that's minimum $1,500 to $2,000. And you can go all the way up to like a Sub-Zero fridge, which is the Cutco fridge, 10, 20 grand for a refrigerator. Okay, give me another investment. People who haven't, Crystal, give me one. Dishwasher, just the dishwasher. Go ahead, Denzel. AC unit, just the AC unit. Go ahead. Stove, just oh God, the stove. Washer and dryer. No, just the washer and then the dryer. Yeah. Or no, you can get a combo for $1,000. It's cheap because you get what you based on what?
Materials.
You're just the material man. You were the material man. Michael Materials, your new name. Go ahead. Car. How about car payments? Every month. No, seriously. How many of you have 2 or 3 cars in the family? You add the insurance. If you have a really awesome insurance rate, 2 cars, and you're doing monthly payments, you're approaching $1,000 every month. And how often are they doing it? Every time. Why? Because it's an investment. Why? Because they use it how often?
Every day.
How long do they expect it to last?
Forever.
Or at least 10 to 20 years for a car. Okay, good one. What else? Give me some other ones. We'll go here, here, and here. Go ahead. Pool maintenance. Food. Okay, I want to talk about this one for a second. Thank you. Don't act, think, or speak like who? One more time. Don't act, think, or speak like who? College student. This is the easiest example to help you understand that when you show Mac customers, they have money more than you think. Okay? Anyone here ever worked at Publix? You have. Did you cashier?
Yeah.
And you bet. Awesome. Okay, watch. Jacob's going to help me out here. What is the average grocery bill that you've seen? Not super high, like, wow, you kind of like, eyes got big, and not cheap. What's an average weekly grocery bill you see?
At least 200 a week.
Minimum. I'll tell you that's low.
Because there's people with like 300, 400.
Yeah, all the time. Now, okay, to your point, raise your hand if you have a family of about 2 to 3 kids. Mom, dad, 2 to 3 kids. Okay, Anna, right? Do you know the weekly grocery? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, what? 200. If you act, think, and speak like a college student, right? You're bagging the groceries. Oh, and that'll be $542. You go, oh damn, right? Not the mom, because ready? Does she have a value?
Yes.
And what? Feeding the kids. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah. You ever have your parents say, "I do this for you.
Yeah.
I work for you"? That's the example. I'm serious. I'm serious. So let's go the other way. College students, your grocery bill is completely different. If anyone buy their own groceries just for you in college, okay, so at Rollins, right? Not like when you're super tight and you're saving money to go out and you don't want to spend your money, and not when you're like super hungry and you go crazy. What's just for you a weekly bill, if average?
It's been like $150.
Okay, on the low end, 50. I've seen 50. On the high end, 150, 200. On the high end, that's one guy. And typically, the guys' bills are usually because of appetite are bigger than females. So that's 100 to 200, just him. So if you think of mom and dad, 2 kids, what should happen? A couple $100. So the average grocery bill is anywhere between $200-$300 up to $400 or $500 every time. Even if you go to Sam's Club, Price Club, BJ's. Okay, give me some other investments that Mac customers make all the time. We'll do 2 or 3 more, real quick.
House.
There, the house payment, mortgage. Okay, that's the difference between them and you. You guys pay rent, or you live in the house.
TV.
TV, yes. This is a 42-inch TV. I got what I paid for. This was only $700. Now you might go, that's a $700. It's only $700. I got what I paid for it. See this line? Within 2 weeks. I got this at BrandSmart. The Element is an Element TV. I don't even know what the hell Element is. It's not a great brand name, but I got what I paid for. Now, could I spend more on the same size TV? Look, I can get that size TV and spend $3,000 and get the highest definition. You get what you pay for, and what determines the price? The material, because that light bulb and that DLP and that high definition and that whatever, I don't know the jargon, it's going to be higher at Best Buy. Okay? Really important. If you go to Best Buy, you'll see Mac customers spend $1,000-$2,000 all the time. All the time. Okay? So what's the point? I could go on forever. I could talk about beds. Oh, you're going to want to know about beds. I'll do that real quick. The bed itself, the mattress, is anywhere between $800 to $2,000-$3,000. If you want to get cheap, or you want to get like the Cutco mattresses. Then you have the box spring, another $500 to $1,000. Then you have the furniture, unless you just want it to have the legs. Then you have to get the bedding.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. The average bed costs about $1,000 to $3,000 minimum. How many of you have more than one bed in your house? Multiply times about 2,000. That's what was spent on the bed. If you act, think, and speak like a college student, that's going to freak you out. But we're not showing college students. Who are we showing? Mostly Mac customers. So it's so important. So I'm going to stop. What's the point of all this example? I'm starting to yell because I just want to get this through your head. And then when I say don't act, think, or speak like a college student, what's the main point I'm trying to make when I give all these examples, Crystal? What? Go ahead, Jarvis. Okay.
The Macs have money.
The Macs have money. That's the point. The Macs have money. Okay? I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Let me go to you. Now I want you to act, think, and speak like a college student. You have money. The difference between you and your parents is what you value. Because when the value is high, what doesn't matter? One more time, what doesn't matter? Okay, let me tell you about a couple of things. What are some things that people your age, not Mac customers, will value highly and spend and invest $1,000 or more in? Give me one thing. Xbox 1, 2, 3, PS2, 5, 6, 7, the Cube, yeah, all that. How many of someone that has the latest game system, 2 controllers, and 5 to 10 games? That's $1,000. Right? More than $1,000. Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Ready? It's the same amount of money. What's the difference? Yeah, you value that. And ready? Who's a gamer? That's okay. If you're a gamer, ready? You value video games. What doesn't matter? So you'll spend $60 on the same damn Madden game. That's the same game but upgraded every year. No, I'm saying. Raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying. Raise your hand and say hi. Okay. Give me a different one. Completely different one. Go ahead. Boricua.
Car system, like.
Ready? Soup up the box, the boom box in your car. Yeah, so you can listen to your country music, Kiki. I like country. I'm with you. That's messed up, dude. No, but seriously, how many of someone your age that has anywhere between $1,000 plus into their car? Not the additional parts. Microchip to make it faster. I don't know. We want that. Exhaust, tint, rims. Okay, excellent. Well, give me some other examples of what you, Crystal. Laptops. Okay, I love this. Right? Anyone know someone that has an Apple MacBook? Okay, the 13-inch is about $1,100, $1,000 to $1,500 depending on the price. These 15-inch, I have a 15-inch right here. This is a 13-inch. Ricky's is about $1,000 to $1,500. This is $1,500 to $2,000. The 17-inch is over $2,000. How many of you know people your age, not from mommy and daddy, but from them, they bought it? Yeah. Apple's never empty. No, I'm serious. Phone. How many know someone that their phone is just fine? Listen up. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Crystal, real quick. Important. How many of you know someone that has a phone that's just fine, but they get the new one? And they're not up for an upgrade, so they'll spend $200, $300, $400, $500. Yeah. Just for the next one. I've seen people do that. Why? Because what do they value? The new technology. What doesn't matter?
Price.
Give me 2 more.
Dates.
Going out. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, partying, fun, all of the above. I have a representative named Lee. Lee is awesome. He's at the frat. He's in, I think it's Pike. I don't remember the fraternity in Florida State University. I said, what are you working for? Part of it's experience, but I really need money for the semester. Why? Because I want to be able to go out and party and not work. How many of you know someone that they're willing to work hard so they can go out and not have to worry about expenses? Guess what? He made $6,000 last summer, so that was fine. He paid all of his fraternity dues. He had his rent for his place and his fun money. Shoes, right? Girls and guys. The LeBrons, the Kevin Durants, ladies, all the multiple heels. How many of you know someone your age that has an $1,000 investment in some type of a purse? Okay, right. So I guess I'll stop here. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Listen. So what's my point on this part of the exercise? What's my point here with you?
We value something.
If you value something, what doesn't matter? Eyes, everyone. Let me get this. All right. What doesn't matter if you value something?
Price.
Right. All right. One last. It's called price increase in price perception. Remember when you were younger and like $5 was a big deal when you were like when I was in middle school, elementary school. If I got straight A's, my uncle would give me $5.
Yeah.
And he would do it like all secret. Like he would come to the kitchen and say, "Hey, Alicia," my mom. "Alicia, did someone get straight A's?" And I'm like, "Oh," right? I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, and all secret, he gives me like a $5 bill. I run upstairs and put it into my bank account, aka shoebox. And I'm rich, right? I'm rich because at middle school, I'm rich. I have like $100 or $200. You know how much ice cream you can get at the ice cream truck? Right? That's a big deal because that was a value to me. But then you get older and $5 doesn't even get you lunch. Okay, then you get into like middle school, high school, and it's about the $10 bill because I can get you a couple lunches, maybe if you like dollar menu. Then you get to high school, and then you will stretch a 20 if you get one. Right? Who's ever raise your hand if you stretch a 20 the whole weekend? Say I. Yeah. But then when you get out of college, it's not about the 20, it's about the Benjamin when you get to college, right? So if I pull out 100, like half your eyes are wide open because I can tell how young you are. You're like, $100. Okay? It's a $100 bill. But then you go buy your books in college at Rollins, right, George? And you're like, one book is 100. You're like, what for what? Then you get to college, it's not about that 100, it's about $1,000 because $1,000 can get you everything, right? It's exciting. But then you get older and then you want to get an apartment. Let's say it costs $500. Well, guess what? You don't just pay $500. You have to put $500 for the rent, last month's rent, security deposit. You need about $2,000 just to move in. So then you get out of college and you go and want to buy a house, right? The house costs $250,000, and you have to put what's called a down payment. And if you guys don't know how houses work, let me give you the quick version. This is economy home ec number 101. So you get approved for a loan from a bank, and they pay for the house up front. It's called a loan. So they give you $250,000, and they buy the house. And you have to pay the bank back 1 month at a time. It's called mortgage. You guys understand that? Before you give a mortgage payment, though, you have to put down a down payment. It's about 10-20%. So what's 20% of 250? Or 10% of 250, 25 grand. So just to get the loan, you have to have a check, and you cut a check for $25,000. So can you see why you can't act, think, or speak like who? One more time. Can't act, think, or speak like who? Yeah, if I gave you $1,000 into your bank account, you'd be so pumped. I'd be your favorite person. If I only had $1,000 in my bank account, I'd call the cops. I'm not a college student. Your parents are not college students. Who is not a college student? So one more time, don't act, think, or speak like a college student. Okay, does everyone understand that point? I can't continue unless you do it. You got it? If you got it, raise your hand and say, Jeff, I got it. All right, cool. Moving on here. Watch. Exactly, he gets it too. Okay? Wolfstoff Hankels. Now let's go to the Ferrari. Okay? Cutco. You don't have to take that. Cutco. Where?
Only in New York.
Only in New York, right? From the reps. Exclusive, 101, customer service. Price, okay? If it's twice the quality and twice the value, it's twice the performance, based on what? Better materials. It should be what?
Twice the price.
You're talking over $4,000 or $5,000 for a basic set of Cutco. Okay? Wink, wink, hint, hint. Don't freak out. Why?
It's not.
It's not. Later, I'll tell you. We're here. Camry. Later. Okay? But what is that price, though? What is that price? It's what we should be
paying, yeah.
It's the what? It's the value. The value of Cutco is a Ferrari price, but we don't offer the Ferrari price. You guys understand what I'm saying so far? Wait till I tell you the price. Oh, that's like that's the party today. When I tell you the real price, you're like, oh yeah, you're ready to roll. Okay. So this next slide, this will help me explain everything before we go to break. See, it says quality of Cutco, key number 1, product comparison. I'm going to hit the music very lightly. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I want you to go to a brand new sheet of paper. Brand new sheet of paper. And all I want you to do is copy the chart. If you can't read it, you can stand up. And if you can't pronounce it, I'll pronounce it later. Okay? And just so you're aware, DWS stands for dishwasher safe. This is polypropylene, the type of plastic I'll explain. And this is thermoresin. Okay, so I'll give you a couple seconds to copy this down.
Jeff, how do you spell Vanquish?
I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just copying the chart, everybody. Give you another 2 minutes. We're done quick. Just please be patient. I'll give you another minute. If you don't finish, it's okay because we're going to go through the whole thing anyway. So 30 seconds. All right. So let's take a look up here. What I want to show you are just the comparison of knives. Okay? The concept I want you to understand is that you get what you pay for. And the number one thing that determines pricing is material. So if you have better material, you always have higher what?
Quality.
Well, higher quality, which means you have to have a higher what? I'm sorry, I didn't do this right. When you have a higher quality material, it means it affects what? Price. Because you get what you pay for. So I'm going to go through. I just want to make the point, just to hit it home. These are all the things that you look for in kitchen cutlery. You guys now know what to look for with the handles and this dishwasher safe. You know what a tang means, rivets. So take a look at we're going to eliminate the junk. How come we don't compare to junk? It's not worth it, right? So we'll talk about low quality, high quality, and then the Ferrari. So handles, low quality. They usually have wood. We all know the problem with wood. Polypropylene, just so you understand, polypropylene. That's a high quality plastic. There's different grades of plastic. You have like plastic from the garbage bag or plastic bag from Publix. You have water bottle plastic, plastic on the top of a water cooler, plastic on the high quality plastic on top of a backboard, like a basketball backboard, and you have polypropylene. You guys see that? So it's like the best of the best. In fact, we use it on our cutting boards. That's why we use polypropylene. So would you say this one's better than the Chicago cutlery? Yes? Yes. Okay. So if it's better, it also gets a point. We'll give it 1 point. Rivets, they have brass, we have nickel silver. Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they have full tang. Is that better or the same?
Same.
They both have full tang. How about stainless steel versus surgical? They better?
Yeah.
Okay. Straight edge, different or the same?
Same.
Okay, every use you have to resharpen. Same? Okay. Dishwasher safe.
No.
Different or the same? China versus Germany. You could argue, so we'll get half a point. But China's always considered lower quality because lower labor. Okay. Replace them after every use. Different or the same? So 3.5 things are different. If 3.5 things, meaning material parts, are different, it's 3.5 times the quality, 3.5 times the value. So it should be everyone up here. 3.5 times the what?
Price.
Everyone. 3.5 times the what?
Price.
Right. Because you get what you. You guys understand that. That's why no matter what happens for the rest of your lives and everyone's lives after you, a Saturn will always cost more than the junkyard car. Always. And a Mercedes will always cost more than a Saturn, forever. And Cutco will always be the Ferrari, and will always cost more than the Mercedes if we were sold in stores. Got it? Yeah, I'm like winking. Now, I do the same thing with Cutco. You don't have to pay attention. I mean, you don't have to write this down. But, okay, we'll compare it to Chicago. Are we better with the handle? Thermoresin versus wood? Okay. Nickel silver is better than brass? Nickel silver better than brass?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Full tank's the same. You go all the way down, it's about 9 times. So if it's 9 times as good, 9 times the quality, 9 times the value, it's going to be 9 times the, because you get what you, there you go. So it should be $4,000 to $5,000. But it's not. We'll talk about that later. If you understand the point so far, raise your hand. Say, I got it. What is the point? Tell me. What's the point of this? And we just hit it home already. We just hit it home. What's the point? You get what you pay for. So if you want to get Cutco, it should cost more. Wink, wink, but it doesn't. Tell you later. Got it? So this is what Wusthof and Schön look like. Very classic sets. You can actually look these up online. In fact, we took a screenshot just so you don't think we're just making this up. I want to go to the internet. We went to Williams-Sonoma, like Anna said, williamssonoma.com. Truth or what? You can do this for yourself, so you can have. And notice, you get what you pay for. They have sets that go for the price of TVs. Their lowest one is $760, goes for $400. They have one for $1,000 that goes for $600, $1,500, and $2,600. It's like the price of different TVs at Best Buy. Right? How many of you have seen a 42-inch TV? You can get $600 one, $1,200. I can spend $3,000. You get what you. And what determines the price? Michael. Mr. Michael. Thank you. Williams-Sonoma. This is the Wusthof. It goes as little as $630 for the low end, $1,100, $1,900. They even have a $3,300 one. It's not for people who cook every day. It's for people who what to cook? Love to cook. Yeah. You get what you pay for there. Over here, this is the Schön. This is Japanese. It's even more, $600, $500. They have a $4,000 set. Why would Schön, made in Japan, be costing more?
They're trying to compete with Cutco.
For the price of it is.
There's a middleman.
It's Japanese. So versus Germany, what's the difference?
The high quality.
It's more like the name because
Further away.
Further away, which means what? More shipping.
Shipping.
Cool. So if you take a look, same thing with Schön, okay? And there's low quality. You know the low quality. You don't have to even go there. Now let me go to the low quality. Go to Target and Walmart.com. Their lowest one's like $100, $200. Their highest one is like $550 to $600. Why? Because what's the difference? So you get less quality, less value. So it should be what? Less price. You get what you. Everyone, you get what you. Okay. You guys getting the point? Okay. So ready? Most people who own Cutco will. Let me say this. Most people haven't had the opportunity to price fine cutlery. It's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices available. Would you guys agree? Eyes up here. Would you guys agree that you can't compare Cutco to the junk?
Yes.
Okay. Would you also agree that we probably can't compare it to Cutco to like overpriced brands that are like custom for chefs that cost like $4,000 a knife? Right. Because that's not what we're showing products to. So we have an ad that we're going to give you for the brand of cutlery that we think are the two most comparable. And the ones we let you compare to, obviously, are Wusthof and Schön. Okay? They're high-quality sets made overseas, and they're only sold in nicer department stores and specialty shops. Has anyone here ever heard of them before? Okay, you have. They're very high-quality sets, and they have everything you look for in high-quality cutlery. They have full tangs, they're razor-sharp, they have a higher-quality plastic, and they're the top 2 selling brands in stores. As you can see, even on this here, the top set sales for these 2 sets go for $3,325 and $4,085, but on sale you typically find it for $1,999 and for about $2,799. These would be the prices of higher quality laptops or TVs. Okay? Why? Because this is not a purchase. This is what? It's an investment. Okay? There are, however, some major differences though between these very high quality overseas brands and Cutco. The handles are better. Right? We're dishwasher safe. We have a blade that doesn't need resharpening after every use. They're made overseas. We're made in the U.S. right? They have to be maintained. We don't need maintenance. And the most important thing is the guarantee why. Theirs is defects only, ours is forever. So people who own Cutco will tell you it's 10 times better than any knife they've ever used before. And I know you guys are young, college students, you haven't had a chance to use Cutco much yet, and we're going to cut all day today. But given all the unique features and benefits, would you agree that Cutco is at least twice as good? Yeah. And when a product offers twice the quality, twice the value, it should be what? Twice the price. One more time, because you get what you pay for. Perfect. Okay, twice the price, should be $4,000 to $5,000. So what I want to show you here, okay, and we're going to do stretch break in a second. Any questions so far? So what are the main points that you've gotten? Let's debrief for a second. Go through your notes. What are the main points that you've gotten so far before we do quick? We're going to do power surge right now. We're going to recharge. Go ahead.
So you walk into a max house like you make a max salary. That's how I put it down.
Say that again. That's awesome.
I walk into a max house as if I make the max salary.
Meaning you don't act, think, or speak like a who.
College student.
Right, because you want to make sure you do what in the beginning.
Connect.
You got to connect. Good. What else? What else is important from this part before we stretch? Go ahead, Jacob.
We're the only ones that are dishwasher safe, and we're better all around, so we should be double the price.
Yeah, we should. The Ferrari should be twice the price, but we're not because we're only sold where?
In America.
In America. Go ahead.
You gotta walk in knowing everything about the product.
Yeah.
You can't walk in short-handed.
That's right. That's right. What was the point of this when we talked about all the things Mac customers spend on? What's the main point there?
It has value.
Yeah, it has value. You get what you pay for. Cool. Nice work, everybody. Put your stuff down. Stand up. Let's do a power surge. Stand up. There. Lightning. Thunder. Phew. Hands up in the air, bring arms down. Okay, hands on your hips. Lean to one side. Nice work. Lean to the left. Lean back. All right. Roll your shoulders forward. Okay, roll your shoulders backwards. One more time, roll your shoulders forwards. Roll it backwards. Okay, hands on your hips. Hold your neck to the right. To the left, look up, look down, big inhale, arms to the chest, nose up to the air, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale real slow. Okay, elbows in so you don't knock anyone over, twist, careful, inhale, hold it, exhale real slow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale slow. Okay. Push your fingers down like that. Stretch it out. Other way as much as you can. Roll your wrists. Roll it this way, other way. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to your role play partner. Face them. Positive smile. 2 hands up in the air. Not yet. I did not say clap. That is dangerous. All right, double high five. Say, let's go, let's go. Have a seat. You're gonna hurt somebody. Okay. All right, everybody, let's move to the next section. What I want to show you. Here's what I want to wrap up with this real quick. So it says here value versus price. I want to show you a diagram on the board here. Okay. So what's the whole point of the first 5 steps of the presentation? To build what? Nope.
Value.
Build what?
Value.
Value. What is it? Build what?
Value.
Yeah, that's the first 5 steps of the sale. Build value. So you build a value. Okay. When the value is high, what doesn't matter?
Price.
Okay. Just like if you value gaming, you'll get the PlayStation. If you don't like gaming, you think it's too much money. Okay. So if the value is less than the price, will you make a sale? No. In other words, when you get to this part and you say, "Would you like to get it today?" If the value is lower than the price you offer, will you get the sale?
No.
Never. Never. Okay. So what do you have to do?
You have to build
You have to make sure you build the value so that it's at least equal. Now you get what you.
Pay for.
Will you definitely make a sale here?
Yeah.
Possibly.
More likely, okay? If you definitely want to make a sale, what do?
Bump it up.
You make sure that by the time you give them the price, they see the value bigger. What didn't change?
The price.
So it doesn't matter when you sell products.
Right.
Price doesn't matter. Price does not matter. What always matters? Yeah, and that's your job in your presentations to build value. And here's just to give you some confidence. Look at all the things that people decide value on. Meaning, when I'm a customer, if I'm a college student, if I'm a Mac customer, and I say, well, is this a value? Is this a high value to me? You look at all these things. But listen how great Cutco is. Ready? Can people afford Cutco?
Yes.
Guys, can people afford Cutco?
Yes.
Right. Payment plans. Even the average order, for crying out loud, $250. If you're mom and dad, 2 or 3 kids, you go to Macaroni Grill, there's $250. Right? Who's ever Danielle, can you relate? You understand? Yeah. Do you in your family? How many kids? I want you to get this. Go ahead.
It's just my brother.
You get, let's say, 2 appetizers usually. Average. We'll average it out. Mom and dad get like a glass of wine or beer. Okay. Everyone gets an entree, and people split a dessert. You're breaking 200. And so here's why you don't think about that. Ready? Listen up. This is where you're gonna make money. If you're shaking your head, it's because of your age. Don't act, think, or speak like who? Don't act, think, or speak like who? Don't do that. We drop that all the time. I just took the crew, the assistants. It took 4 people out. We had wings. I had 1 beer. Well, it was just 1 beer, wings, macho nachos. This is Tijuana Taxi, right? And I had 3 tacos. Beth had 2 tacos, and the other guys didn't even have tacos. We were already $100. That's normal, right? And I didn't go, oh my God, 100 guys, run. Right? Okay. So, can people afford Cutco?
Yes.
One more time. Can people afford Cutco?
Yes.
Yeah. Will it last? How long?
Forever.
Yeah, how often will they use it?
Every day.
Yeah. When you spend over 1,000, what's that called? It's an investment. People want it?
Yes.
Do people need Cutco?
Yes.
Do people need Cutco?
Yes.
Yeah. Because what do you have to do? Eat. Okay. Eating is not a trend. Eating is not a fashion statement. Eating is not a fad. Okay. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Everyone, does it look good?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, friends like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Does it have to be replaced all the time? No. High quality?
Yes.
No.
The best.
The best. Trick question. Great guarantee?
Yes.
Yeah. Can they get it service?
Yes.
Good brand name?
Yes.
High performance?
Yes.
Good salespeople?
Yes. Always.
Okay. #1 company? And highly recommended. Even by Dr. Phil. Okay. So ready? Here's my question to you, and don't answer this rhetorical question. Why wouldn't people buy Cutco? One reason: you didn't build the what? Yeah, because if you do, it's a no-brainer every time. That's why we sell so much Cutco, because our reps believe in the product. The last thing we'll do, we'll go a completely different direction. If you believe that the product helps the customer, and it's a wonderful investment that they use, how often, and it lasts how long, then you'll make a lot of sales with our company. If you believe in the product because it makes you a lot of money, you'll sell less, I promise you. If you don't genuinely believe you're servicing a customer, you don't make as many sales. All my guys that are selling $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 sets all the time, when they walk out, they feel proud. Not of the money, although they don't mind it. They feel proud that, oh, I got them a set of Cutco. Oh, Miss Anna, she got a set of Cutco. She's going to love it, and it's going to be my fault. And every time she uses it, she's going to blame me. But this way, not negative, positive. Cool? Okay, good. So, new sheet of paper, new notes. It's a whole new section. This is completely different. You don't want to prejudge customers. What does that mean? Who can tell me? Don't prejudge your customers. Go ahead. You can't tell how much. You're right. No, you can't tell by how much someone's going to spend. What we do know is that who are the best customers? One more time. Who are the best customers? If you show a Mac, that's a great customer, regardless of how they look. Okay. True. Great example. Who's seen the movie Pretty Woman? Okay, if you haven't seen it, let me give you the short version. Pretty Woman's in L.A. Julia Roberts is a prostitute who falls in love with this wealthy business guy who's in town for business. That's the story. Amen. Right? The end. There's a part of the movie where he's going to take her to a really nice business dinner, and he says, "Oh, okay, honey, here you gotta dress up. You can't dress like that because we're going to meet my clients. So here's my credit card. Go create." What's that? What's that? Yeah. It's a movie. Relax. It's a movie. Okay, so he gives her the credit card, right? Gives her the credit card and says, "Hey, go shopping." But she goes and she's dressed up like a hooker, and she goes in. They don't service her. Why? Because they prejudge her. They don't know she's about to spend all this money. The one story even says, "Hey, do you know how much that is? You know it's $2,000, right?" But not enough. Do you know it's $2,000? It's like you know it's $2,000. Like you can't afford it. She gets upset, she leaves. She finally goes to a place where they take care of her, and she gets all done up. She looks like a movie star. She's got people carrying her bags for her. They play the Pretty Woman song. Pretty Woman, right? She's going crazy. Then she passes by the store that
Hi. Hello. Do you remember me? No, I'm sorry. I was in here yesterday. You wouldn't wait on me? Oh. You work on commission, right? Yes. Big mistake. Big. Huge. I have to go shopping now.
Damn. Time out, ready? Even though it's a funny movie and it's not real, but, ready? What's the lesson?
Don't judge.
Prejudge your customers, okay? Good. Speaking of which,
Don't judge your back.
don't judge your max, that's right. Okay. Here's what I'm going to show you. You don't even have to take notes if you pay attention, all right? So I want to get your active participation. I want to show you that our sales philosophy is very similar to BMW. Okay, I'll use that because it's a high-quality car. BMW has created a very, 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 very similar sales approach where they use 7 steps to a sale, but more importantly, they don't prejudge customers. Here's what I mean. When you walk into a BMW dealership, these are the 3 most popular series. Who's familiar with BMWs, just in general? Okay, 3, 5, and 7. The higher you go, the better the. So what also goes up when you go higher? Yeah, the higher the series, the higher the price. You get what you. Okay, cool. So when you walk in, they don't show you the 3 or 5. They show you the 7 first. And they don't just show you the 7. They show you the fully loaded 750 Li, which is like a rocket, spaceship. Yeah. And they take you on a test drive. Why do they start with the 700, not the 300?
Because they don't prejudge.
They don't want to prejudge. Why else?
They want to show that they actually care. They don't want to make you feel.
They want to make you feel great. They want to make you feel like you're here BMW. You should have the BMW experience. In fact, it's called the ultimate experience. That's one of their mottos. Okay, what else? Why else do you start with the 7 series? How about from a business standpoint?
It's more expensive.
It's more expensive. They want to sell it. Okay? So when you walk in, they take you on the test drive. Let's say you go back to the dealership. Let's say George and his wife are there, and I say, so would you like to get the 7 series today fully loaded? If they say yes, awesome. If they say no, watch it. Let's say George says, you know, that really wasn't the price we were looking to pay. They might have just spent something yesterday. They may have just spent over $1,000 on an investment. What's that called when you feel bad?
Buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse, right? And they say, no, that's not for us. Am I going to say, oh, yeah? Get the hell out and go buy a Honda. No! No! I'm going to say, you know what? Total, no problem. Let me show you another 7 series. Let me show you the basic model. Let me take out all the bells and whistles and the rims and all that. Let me just at least show you, because I don't prejudge you, and I'm going to give you a shot. You understand what I'm saying? If he says yes, great. And they're ready. If they say no, they don't freak out. Right? And this is what they say. They say, hey, no problem. Just so I know, you know, because I'm new. Was it the price, or was it too many options? You guys understand that? You know, George, right? May I call you George? Anna? Okay, just so I know, that's what they say. Just so I know, no problem. You didn't want the 7 series? Was it, just so I know because I'm new, was it the price, right? Is it too much for your price, your budget, or was it too many pieces? If they say price, what does that mean? They have buyer's remorse, so I'm going to try and work a deal on the price. Well, what if I could change the price? That's what you do with us. You call us, and we'll change the price. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But if I say, oh, just so I know, I'm new, so is it the price, or is it too many options? If they say options, what do?
Cut the options.
Cut the options. Go to the next one. If they say, oh, you know what, that's not good either. What do I ask? If I'm a good salesperson, was it the price or too many? Was it price or too many? Oh, it's the price? Okay, what do I do? Wheel and deal. What if they say options? What do? Go to the 500. But which one? The full, yeah, there you go. The fully loaded one. It's the same cycle. Oh, that's not for you? Okay, how about this one? Was this one the price or too many options?
What do you mean by options? Like,
Rims, cars, engine.
Like the amount of like different knives, like too many different knives.
Yeah, why are you laughing? She's right.
What are you talking about?
100% right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So 500. If they still say no, right? Same thing. Price or too many options. Price or too many options. Same with cars. Same when you buy a house. Oh, you don't like the one with the pool? Let me take out the pool. Take out $20,000 of your house. It's the same thing in all sales. You understand what I'm saying? Raise your hand and say, I got it.
I got it.
Okay. So you don't freak out. You always show different prices and options, and that's what we do too. So let me show you how ours work. Okay, watch this.
This is how our prices and options work. We have a 700, a 500, and a 300 as well. We have a 700, a 500, and a 300 as well. You guys already know the 7 series that we show first is called the Home Maker plus 8. Okay. And the plus 8, everybody, refers to this. That's how many table knives at the bottom. Okay, 8. All right?
You get the homemaker without it?
You can. And I'll talk about that in a second. Yep, that's a different option. Okay, good. That's the homemaker plus 8. Everyone understand so far? Now, is this the biggest set? No, this is the set for people who what?
Need to cook.
Yeah, we'll say have to. They have to cook. Okay? Now, same thing, just like BMW. Mr. George, Miss Anna, this is the homemaker. This is the price. Did you want to get that one today? If they say no, am I going to say, oh yeah? Get the hell out and go buy some more stuff. First of all, you can't tell them get the hell out. Why? You can't. But watch this. Watch this. Same thing. Oh, okay. Uncle George, Aunt Anna, no problem. Just so I know, because I'm new. Was it too much for the price or too many options? Same thing. Oh, the price? Okay, let me call my manager. I think we might have better prices. You do that tomorrow. I'll teach you that tomorrow. If they see too many options, we don't say get the hell out, go buy something else. We go what? Go to the 500. We have something called the galley. Plus 6. Okay, and here's the galley plus 6. And notice, when you have to go to the smaller sets, that set booklet is in the back, hidden away.
Don't see it.
Why? So they don't?
Don't see it.
They don't see it until you have to go down. There, you guys got it, okay? And then so you pull it out. Notice we also have a red version of the homemaker. Take a look. Okay, the homemaker has this. It's a limited edition red homemaker. It's a Miami Heat version. No, it's just the red homemaker. So we call it the Miami Heat edition. Okay. So you go to the galley. If you take a look, if you compare the homemaker to the galley, it looks almost the same, except we take out a couple of the tools. Here's what we did. We took out the carving set, which is the spare tire anyway. We take out the heavy-duty knife. And that way it makes it a little bit less because it has less what? Less material, so you get what you pay for, so it is also less. The price is just a little bit cheaper. Okay? So far so good, you guys understand?
Yes.
It's just options or price, options or price. Now, real quick, who is familiar with BMW? Okay, 7 Series is the first one they show. That's not even their best one. What are the best BMWs called? M's. M's. Yeah. M's. Let me just so you know the difference. M Series essentially is the race performance version of these cars. There's an M3, M5, M6. Okay, now watch. Let me ask you a question. And this will help. Hopefully there's a light bulb. There's a new one, M1, yeah. Let me ask you a question. So, how come they don't show the M Series right when you walk in? Usually.
It's for the enthusiasts.
Yeah.
You should ask for that.
No, but how come they don't, when you walk in, they don't say, hi Anna, first time at BMW? Awesome. Let me show you the M Series.
Well, woman wants to drive like a 600
Right?
horsepower.
You don't want to freak customers out, right? Because they may not, it might be first time, they might overwhelm. But listen, they sell M Series all the time. They sell M Series all the time, just like we sell the bigger sets all the time. We have 2 M Series. Okay. Our M Series is the Signature plus 10. It's the one right in front of Anna over here. Adrian. Okay. And this is the one for people who like to cook, not just have to. And then we have what's called the Complete plus 12. That's for people who what?
Love to cook.
That's right. Love to cook. Okay. See it? So let me ask you a question. Just like BMW, when do you think they do show the M Series? I'm gonna get everyone. That's not Jerry's. When do you think we do show the M Series? Give me one situation.
You know, like they love to cook.
Okay, really? When they say, "Hey, what's the best?" Because people who love to cook will say, "What's the best?" Or when they walk into BMW and say, "They say, give me the fastest one." If you're the right salesperson, you go, "It's called the M Series, sir. Let me show you." Because they ask for it. Second reason.
Backflush.
Well, they're more likely to be the ones to buy it. But when does the salesperson actually do it?
Like if we see they're a repeat customer.
Yes. They already have it. They pull up in their 7 Series. They're trying to trade it back in. Sebastian, welcome back. Good to see. How's the wife? Okay, good. So 7 Series all done with the lease, right? Okay. Come on, it's time. Let's go. Right? Let's take a look. Come on, you need to. Why? Because you already own the product. What do you already have? You already have value. So repeat customer, good. They ask that you go to the M Series. I'm curious.
They say they need more.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So you do the test drive for the 7, and they go, I'll take it. I love it already. Let me show you something else just in case. All right? So repeat one more time. When they walk in right away, okay, Jeff, what's the best? You show them the 2 big ones. Okay? Or they say, okay, I already have Cutco. In fact, ironically enough, your mom already is a homemaker, right? We're going to upgrade mom. It's easy. Okay? And then the 3rd one was what? Because if they have the test drive and they buy the 7 Series, no problem, why do you need to show them the M Series? Because they don't even know it exists yet. And they got this no problem. Okay? Cool. So if they say no to the Galley, watch this. We have 8 starter sets. It's awesome because we have a set for everybody. Now, ideally, what set should everyone get? Yeah, so what would cause someone not to want to get it?
Price.
And what would cause them to have an uncomfortable feeling about the price? They don't have value, or they have buyer's remorse. One of the two. Okay. So if they have buyer's remorse, we find a set that fits into the remorse, into their budget. Or if they don't like the price, they want a wheel and deal. I'll talk about that tomorrow. But watch, if they don't get the Galley, okay, we have 8 starter sets. We have the Essentials plus 5. This is like for the single person, right? Single professional who makes a lot of money that wants to invest in Cutco, but they're not really cooking for a family yet. Then you have the Studio. This is awesome. This is for a set if like mom and dad are like the nicest mom and dad in the world, and they want to get their kids a small set of Cutco for the dorm or for their apartment. Like if you have like awesome parents, they'll get this set. Okay, because it's the spatula, the petite carver, the trimmer, and the paring knife. It's what a single college student would use. Okay, and then we have 3 other starter sets that fit into smaller areas, like for example for a boat, for a camper, for a second home. Okay, and we have a gourmet set for people that like the 5 big accessory knives, especially these knives because they have a particular type of cooking style, typically like gourmet / Asian type cooking. Okay, so those are the 8 starter sets, and then finally, if we have to, we'll customize a set. In other words, we'll just go through, we'll have them pick their favorite 4 or 5 pieces, and we'll try to work out a deal. And by we, meaning we'll work out a deal with you over the phone for the customer. We'll explain that all tomorrow. Okay? So far, so good? If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Okay, so do we start with the biggest ones yet?
No.
No. We start with the homemaker first. Why? What don't we want to do?
Overwhelm.
Overwhelm them. Good. If they say no, we say, hey, no problem. Just so I know, because I'm new, was it the price or too many options? If it's too much for the price, what do? We work with them. We work out a price. If it's too many options, what do? You guys got it. Nice. All right, cool. Let me show you this, too. Let me show you how much we spend, or how much they spend in general. Meaning, I'm going to put 40, 400, and 4,000. These are like the ranges of what people can spend. Up to 4,000 is probably a larger set of Cutco with a lot of accessories, forks and spoons to match, maybe the pots and pans which we have when you're more advanced. Okay? This is what I want you to see. 70%, 30%. This I'd like you to get. 70%, 30%. %, 30%. 70% of your sales are actually not going to be homemakers right away. So what's the first set we show is the homemaker. 70% of your sales, you're going to have to drop down and find a set that's more comfortable for them because a lot of customers that are max are spending over $1,000 on things they use every day that last forever. That's called a what? And whenever you invest in something, you have something that makes you not feel so good. It's called buyer's what? Remorse. A lot of people have buyer's remorse every day. So you've got to find a set in their buyer's remorse budget. That's here. So here's my Jeff Gamble special sauce tip. You ready? When you have to go to the smaller sets, which by the way is 80% of the time, do not lose enthusiasm. Don't get less excited. Don't seem disappointed. A couple of reasons why.
It's just going to make it look bad. It's going to show on them.
It's going to show to them. It's going to affect them because, ready, if you get less excited, why else?
Even though you're not making as much on commission, it still adds up pretty quick.
Okay, that's the smart answer. Hey, it might not, ready? A 7-yard gain isn't a touchdown, but a 7-yard gain still adds up, doesn't it? That's football analogy. Okay?
7+7.
Right, 7+7, that's right. But here's what I'll say. Also, to Jacob's point, you're making less on the lower sales, right? That's obvious, right? You sell less, you make less. So what does it show to a customer when you're less enthusiastic because you're making less money?
You're more worried about
You don't care. You don't care. And that's not good customer service, man. What did I tell you earlier? You'll sell more when you believe what?
the product.
You believe the product is a great investment and helps the customer. So what should you do? What's the opposite? What should you do? True story. I had a customer, okay? Had a customer in the Ren Barons, and I went through the full presentation. I dropped down, but I was enthusiastic. I said, Mr. Ren Baron, I really want to help you get Cutco. I think, okay, maybe this isn't the set for you, this isn't the set, but I want to help you find something in your budget because I really believe in this. I know you're going to use this. I'll help this. We get to the end. The mom says, you know, I just don't think we're going to get anything. The husband says, no, we're going to get something. Excuse me? Because, Jeff, I'm in sales. He said, I wanted to see how your company works. I want to see how you work. He goes, I train salespeople. He goes, outstanding job. I said, what? I'm so confused. He goes, I train salespeople for a living. He goes, outstanding job. He said, you were excited, and I can tell you believe in this. You're helping us. We'll take the biggest hit. Thank you. Yeah! Right? I didn't do that, nor should you. But guess what? People see that. You guys understand the point there? So what should happen when you drop down with your enthusiasm? Increase, okay. But let me give you the other Jeff Gamble special sauce tip. When you do sell 400, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, don't fall out of your chair and celebrate. Don't act surprised. Right? Don't do this. All right, Miss Rich, okay. So Miss Rich, and say yes. This is the set that you like. It's $2,200. Did you want to get that today? Yes. Really? Woo! You're the one.
I like high five.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't do that. Why? Because what's the impression? Right, but what's the impression to the customer? That no one ever buys this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the sucker. Thanks, Beth. Right? Raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying. Say aye. Aye. Yeah, you don't want to make it seem like that. Thank you. Can I have one? Thanks. That's okay. Hey, guys, this is Beth Shishmanian. She is our division recruiting manager. What you need to know is that she's in charge of a receptionist. How many of you are here because a friend recommended you? Okay, you got to thank her because she trains all the receptionists across all Florida and Puerto Rico and Georgia and all across the East Coast to help you do that. She's going to be part of your bonus, meaning she will help you get the bonus that I'll tell you about tomorrow when you recommend friends. Can you give any tips?
Bring Jeff coconut water. He'd be really happy with you. No, never sold Cutco before, but I will tell you, and yes, I am slightly biased, but you are learning from one of the best. So I highly suggest that you're asking questions, taking a lot of notes, and really just following what Jeff's teaching you. So.
Cool. Can we give an active round of applause? Thank you. So don't get excited. Don't celebrate. Your reaction should be what? Oh, yeah, welcome to the team. That's like the reaction, the feeling. In fact, word for word in the book it says, oh, congratulations, you're going to love it. Like, no big deal. Got it? Okay, cool. Now, what I want to do, I'm pretty sure I've gotten the point across to all of you that people can afford it, that we sell to everyone, that you don't prejudge. However, I know there's probably 10% of you still don't believe me. 10% of you are like, Jeff, hurry up, let's go, I want to sell. Most of you are just, you're getting there. I want to take these receipts. These are just some receipts from the past couple of weeks. Yeah, we saw number 20 in the nation last week.
But you're not.
What's that?
They don't look good.
It doesn't need to be when you sell so much. Okay, let me give you the number. Watch, let me tell you all the numbers. Nina, how much the customers are spending. I also want you to hear what part of Florida, in some cases out of the state because of the virtual appointment. But I want you to see this. I want you to see we sell everywhere. So don't prejudge. I want you to see that we have all different types of prices. $367, Boynton Beach. $75, Boca Raton. $458, Fort Lauderdale. $77, Lake Worth. $360, $249, $590, $1,114, $1,980, $1,013, $310, $99, Plantation, Kissimmee, Parkland, Oakland Park, Coral Springs, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, $155, Pembroke Pines, $99, $1,000. I can't even read. 1,000 something. 1,200, 1,700, 84. Can't read these handwriting. 239. So first of all, what are you noticing? Yeah, but most of them are here, and we do have orders that go 1, 2, 3, 4,000 for sure. I could go on. You'll see it. And then where do we sell? Everywhere. I have a box of all the ones that are out of Florida. Michigan. I mean, you just name it because we sell Cutco everywhere. So what's my point? What's my main point? Don't what? Don't prejudge. And ready? I'll end with this. We'll take another recharge stretch in a second. I always have reps at this point that say, yeah, Jeff, but you don't know, and they fill in the blank with either a neighborhood or nationality. I'll say it again. Oh, yeah, Jeff, I get it. Yeah, I get it, but you don't know, and they fill in the blank with a neighborhood or nationality. Every time. Yeah, but, ready, I'll give you all the ones I've heard. Right? Oh, yeah, but Jewish people are cheap. Or this, or this neighborhood. Or Philippine, Asian people. Asian, really? When they say that to me, I'm like, really? True story. I had a representative from one part of Baltimore in this certain area, neighborhood, certain church. Just, Jeff, these people can't afford it, can't afford it. That's what they kept saying. They can't afford it, so they didn't what? Try. They didn't believe, too. They were acting, thinking, and speaking like a who? Like a who? Everyone, like a who? College student. So what's really cool is I had a guy named Denmore McDermott, right? Basketball player, awesome guy, played basketball for Wake Forest. Same church, same neighborhood. Started selling Cutco a couple weeks later. $10,000 fast start. He's now at $50,000+ in sales. Assistant manager. And he kept selling to the same exact neighborhood. And the first rep was like, where do you sell? And he said, oh, this church. He goes, that's my church. He goes, oh, you know Miss So-and-so? Yeah, she bought a homemaker. You know, this one. She bought a signature. She bought this. She bought this. Oh. Right? So ready? Don't act, think, or speak like who? College student. Yeah. If you show a Mac customer or someone close to a Mac customer, which I'll show you, they can afford it. Get the point? Raise your hand and say, I got it. All right, awesome. So now, I want to put everything together. You guys ready for party time? I want to show you how you close your sale. You guys ready? Let me show you how we present the Ferrari compared to the Mercedes, but only charge the Camry. Who's ready? If you're ready, say, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, don't take any notes. Don't scream out loud for excitement yet. Let me finish. Okay? At the end of this, here's what should happen. You should be pumped. I'll see like dollar signs floating over your head. You'll be excited. You'll feel super comfortable, and you'll see why we sell so much Cutco and why last week we're number 20 in the nation. You'll see that, okay? So here we go. Let me set everything up, and we're going to do a review. Miss Anna, you're going to be my neighbor, Mr. George, just like before. All right. Now, the first 5 steps, what's the objective of the first 5 steps of the sale? To build what? Everyone, to build what? Value. You want to build value, so later on we can do what with the sale? Close the sale. So everyone, all together, watch, show off for a little bit. Let's show off. How many steps to the sale? 7. How many? 7. Yeah, first step to the sale is to do what? Connect. And explain why. Why what? Why you're working. Yeah, why you're working. So you talk about yourself. Mom and Dad loves to talk about 2 things, themselves and who? The kids. The kids, yeah. Then you talk about the contest called the what start? Fast the what? Fast start. How many days is the fast start? 10. How long is your training? 10 days. You go through the fast start. Then you talk about the scholarship. Is that based on school? No. Based on grades? No. Based on sales, yep. Then you talk about the sponsorship, which I'll talk about tomorrow. Okay. Then you let them know why you're working. Explain a couple of things. Then you go to the second step to the sales to establish what? Credibility. Establish what? Credibility. Of who? The company. Talk about things like a shopping spree. How much is the shopping spree for? Yes, I'll explain that to my customers when I'm in the house. Then you talk about the company itself. Where's Cutco made? Olean. Yeah, Olean, New York. Since what year? How many millions of customers? 17. Each year, so we sell over? 250. There you go. What's the most popular show we've been on? Oprah and Dr. Phil. Good. And we cut the penny. Why do we cut the penny so soon? We want to do what? Wow. Yeah, we want to get their attention fast. And whenever you cut through penny, rope, leather, food with Cutco, what kind of reaction do you have? Wow. Because if you get excited, they get excited. You get excited? They get excited. Yeah, because actions speak louder than words. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. 55% of communication is body language. After you establish credibility, step 3, everybody. Step 3 is to create a problem. What's the problem? Their knives. And what's wrong with their knives? Ready? Everything. Wooden hand as you make the face, right? What's better, partial or a full tang? Full tang. Miss Anna, how do you show the tang to the customer? With the pen. With the pen, right? The problem with this is planned obsolescence. Repeat after me. Obsolescence. That means now it's cheap, but later it's more what? Right, because it keeps adding up. Now that we create a problem, step 4, we offer the solution. And what's the solution? That's right. You hand it to them, but you don't just hand it to them. You do what? Present it with how many hands? 2. Why? Because we're not just good with absolute. Yes. That's right. Partial or full tang? How many rivets? 3. Okay, they're made out of nickel silver. We have a 440A what? 3. That's the grade of the steel. Then we cut the rope. Whose knives first? Ours or theirs? Theirs. Why? Because you save the best for? Yes. What kind of reaction do you have? Wow. If you get excited? They get excited. I'm right. There you go. Then we go to the guarantee. Oh, double D edge, right? Is our double D edge guaranteed to be sharp forever by itself? No. Like, is it always going to be sharp? No. No, but for up to 7 to 10 years. Now, what do we have that allows it to be sharp forever? We have the guarantee. There you go. Do the points do the cutting with our blade? No. No, they just hit what? Because what dulls the knife? Food or the cutting board? Cutting board. Guarantee. Do you need a receipt?
No. Products and receipts.
Products to receipt. How about this? How long is the 15-day trial period?
15 days.
Which is essentially a month. Good. So now that we've established and created, or offered the solution, we want to create a specific what?
Need.
Everyone, create a specific
need.
Yeah. Is there one specific knife that does everything?
No.
No. What do people have to buy? Yeah. The first set. Do we show the biggest set first?
No.
No. What's the first set that we show them? Homemaker. Why? It's a set for people who? People who what? Yeah, you have to cook. All right. Later on, we can show the signature complete if we want. Now, if you don't have the tool yet, you say, Mrs. Jones, oh, I don't have this one yet, but I can win it in my Fast Start contest. And you show them the picture. We cut through food. Why cut through food? Because it's like taking the Ferrari where? Onto the highway versus just rope, leather, and penny. Very good. Then you talk about wood blocks, right? Slots are horizontal, right? Remember that? Protect the blade. What's unique about the wood? It's coated, and what's at the bottom? Yeah, pegs and little feet so it doesn't scratch. Okay. Then we talk about the kitchen tools. What's unique about the curve? Why the curve? So it doesn't do what? It doesn't fall in and burn your hand, and it's got everything that matches. And you've got all the gadgets, and of course you got the scissors. So we'll stop there. That's all the part of the presentation you know, steps 1 through 5. If you feel confident and you feel like you got this, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Because you do have this. Nice job. Now I'm going to continue as if I were just doing the presentation with Mr. George and Miss Anna, my neighbors. Got it? Okay. So, and those are the gadgets, Miss Anna and Mr. George. Now, Mrs. Jones, let me tell you first of all that people love Cutco because you have the right tool for the right job. It's made for the task at hand, and more importantly, it's backed by the Forever Guarantee, so you'll never have to buy another set of knives again. I also want to tell you that people love buying Cutco sets for a couple of reasons. They're a much better value because you always have the right tool for the right job. Eyes up here. You always have a safer product because it comes in a wood block. It's discounted when you buy it in a set up front, and more importantly, it's got free stuff that sometimes comes with it. Okay? So, Miss Anna, Mr. George, and everybody, pay attention, eyes up here. Most people haven't had the opportunity to price find cutlery. It's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices available. I'm sure the two of you would agree that we're not going to compare Cutco to cheap stuff at a bargain store. So I have here from my manager a price comparison for the two sets that we feel are the most comparable. Right? And they're called Wüsthof and Schön. And they're only sold in nice department stores and specialty shops. Have you guys ever heard of them before?
No.
No, not too much. Okay. Well, they're two high-quality sets made overseas, and they have everything you look for in the best quality material. In fact, if you don't get Cutco from me today, I think you should get these. They have full tangs, they're razor sharp, and these are the top 2 selling brands in stores. As you can see, the full price of these sets, the Wüsthof goes for $3,325. The Schön from Japan goes for $4,085, but you typically can find them on sale, $1,995, $2,799. Miss Anna and Mr. George, however, there are some big differences between these overseas brands and Cutco. First of all, their handle is slippery when wet versus a comfortable wet slot grip. They have polypropylene, very plastic type handles. We have the thermoresin. They're not dishwasher safe. We are dishwasher safe. They have to be sharpened after every use. We've got the double D edge. And more importantly, they're made overseas, we're made in the US, and they're backed by a guarantee for defects only. We have the Forever Guarantee, including the 15-day trial period. Now, Miss Anna, Mr. George, I know you haven't had a chance to use Cutco much yet, and people who own Cutco will tell you that's 10 times better than any knife they've ever used. But considering all the unique features and benefits, I'm sure you guys would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as the overseas brands. And when a product offers twice the quality and twice the value, I want to let you know that it should be twice the price. So at twice the price, you're talking well over $4,000 for your basic set of Cutco. But let me show you what that comes with. Okay. Okay. So this is our complete set. This is the set for people who love to cook and enjoy. Hold on. Okay, I'll just keep going. This is our complete set. This is the set for people who love to cook a lot and entertain. This is our signature set. This is the set that comes in between the complete and our basic set. And these are two most popular sets for people who do an average amount of cooking. It's called the Homemaker. Let me show you what it looks like all together. This is the Homemaker Plus 8. It comes with everything that I just showed you before. It's got all 10 of the basic tools. It's got the 8 table knives. It comes with the bottom of the beautiful oak wood block. and it comes with the cutting board, and it even comes with a Sharpie. 2 sets appeals to just about everybody. And the beautiful thing is that they're actually not over $4,000, although they would be if we were sold in stores. As a matter of fact, they're not even as much as these #1 sets here, which goes for $3,325. Ready? Mr. George, Miss Anna, the Homemaker Plus 8, it's on $11.39. Let me finish. Hold on. No, it's good. And the payment plan's only $245 a month. Or if you get the basic without the table knives, it's only $904. And if you want, it's only $185 a month. Miss Anna, Mr. George, if you were considering one of these 2 sets, which would you prefer, and which would you probably get the most use out of, the basic or the Plus 8?
The Plus 8.
Plus 8 for the kids. Okay, cool. Now, let me explain to you our first call special. This is a program where I can offer you free merchandise today if you place the order here because it's my first visit. So, if you decide to get that Homemaker set today, for free, I'll give you your choice of the 6-piece matching kitchen tool set, the entertainment pack with all 4 gadgets, or the super shears that cut the penny. Miss Anna, which would you prefer for free? Yeah, that's a great choice. Okay. So at this point, I really wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this question. Did you want to go ahead, get the Homemaker Plus 8, and I'll give you the super shears for free? You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Congratulations. You're going to love your set of Cutco. But just so you know, we do have 2 other sets that a lot of people like. They're 2 bigger sets. Do you mind if I at least show them to you?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, they're called the Signature The Complete. And we'll stop there. Cool? Can we give my customers a round of applause, please?
Okay, so you offer one of the 3 as a gift. You can either have literally the entire set of all of these, or
it's
just
all that,
or just
or just the shears.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool.
Wow, I wonder why people wouldn't just get this whole thing.
I know. It depends on their cooking habits too, by the way.
Tons of things in there.
Yeah. So ready? Hold time out before I get feedback. At least if you're paying attention, everyone's smiling. I see dollar signs. People seem pumped. A couple reactions there. Give me all the positive things you notice about how we closed the sale. What did you notice? What did you like? What's giving you confidence? Why is everyone smiling? Give me one thing.
Well, the comparison with the knives that aren't as good as ours, but are more expensive.
Right. So it's the comparison to the Mercedes BMW. You guys saw that. What else did you like, Nick?
They have multitude of options to lower the price.
Yeah, and we're not even done. We haven't even gone here yet. Okay. Cool. We'll go. Good.
Like in your closing process, you honestly make it look stupid not to buy the knives.
Right.
You make it seem like it's a really dumb idea.
Right. Awesome.
So very confident.
Very confident, smooth. Wouldn't it be cool if this was all word for word in your book already? This part right here is already word for word written for you. Denzel.
The fact that when you offer the payment plan.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? How many of you like the payment plans? It just looks nicer. First of all, what am I doing on the board? What you would write where?
Paper.
On a paper. Why? Because seeing is 55% of communication is body language, and actions speak louder than words. Okay. Here's what's happening here. You ever seen a sign like this? It says was and now at Walmart. It's called the rollback.
Yeah.
And it says $59.99 and like this. And then it's got another price that's cheaper, $29.99. Ready? This will be a light bulb. You know this. Why does Walmart do this? Because they're going broke and they say, you know what, just take a marker.
No.
We can't afford new signs here. No, the signs are made like this.
So you see the deal.
So you see the deal. You see the
Value.
You see the what?
Value.
Yeah. You see the Ferrari and how much it should cost. You guys got it? Light bulb? Okay, cool. What else?
So when you were making sales, like when you're in our position, were you selling to more people when you broke it down as in like a monthly payment plan, or were you
Well,
selling more?
Well, how about this? If someone said, I don't need payment plans, you better sell them the bigger set.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to say it again. If someone says, well, I don't need payment plans, sell them these.
Signature.
Right. I mean, because, already, what's that? That was Applebee's. No, what did we say? Macaroni Grill. So if I don't go to Macaroni Grill once a month, I can get the best set of Cutco in the world, use it every day, and it's every knife I need. Lasts forever. Okay, keep going. And the only reason someone would say no is if, number one, you didn't what? Build? Didn't build what? Or they have buyers what?
Remorse.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Only reason. Go ahead.
The low-key approaches.
Yeah, did you see that and say, oh, I could do that, right? Especially if you read it. If you read it.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, let me get more feedback. Write your question down. I'm going to come back to questions in a second. What else? Positive feedback. What else did you like?
Nonchalant.
Nonchalant, okay. You guys ever understand this? Let me give you more confidence. How many of you like the price of the Homemaker a lot better? How many of you like getting the Ferrari for the price of the Camry? We're not even as much as the Mercedes sets. You guys see that, right? If you have a hard time closing the sale on that, this will give you confidence. Everything else is cheaper anyway. So you're bound to find something that fits into the price if they have what? Buyer's remorse. If they have buyer's remorse, we'll find a set for the price. Whatever crazy prices in their head. Because they just bought something. Okay? Okay. Also, can I show you the price of the other sets? Does that excite you? Watch this. So this one's only $11.39. Okay. This one is only about $1,600. This one's only about $2,200. 13-inch, 15-inch, 17-inch MacBook.
Quick question.
13-inch, 15-inch, 17-inch MacBook. Not even a good refrigerator. Decent refrigerator, pretty solid refrigerator. Oh, I'm sorry. A cheap 42-inch, really good 42-inch, one of the better 42-inch TVs, Best Buy. So what are you noticing? Prices are what?
Low.
Yeah, people can afford it. If you build what?
Value.
You build a value, yeah, for sure. And if they don't get those, you can drop down. And did you notice what happens when they said yes to the 7 Series? I didn't say, cool, we're done. I said, oh, just in case, can I at least show you? Because if they got this, they might get those. Cool. Yeah. Anything else that's giving you confidence? What else do you like? Okay. Yeah, it's awesome. All right. Also, we'll talk about income later, but if you want to, how fast can you hit a promotion? How much do you have to sell to hit your first promotion? 1,000. Ready? How fast can you hit it?
One sale.
Would anyone be interested in hitting the first promotion within the first 1 to 2 appointments? That's the next section after this. Cool? All right. Let's do this. Let me show you what happened physically on the TV. Everyone take a look at the television. You don't actually need to take notes on this. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put down 300. What's the significance of 300 in terms of pricing of knives? Which sets are typically about $200 to $300? Which one? Chicago. Ready? You walk into the customer's home. How many steps to the sale? How many steps to the sale? Yeah. You can't give what too soon? Price. Until you build what? Yeah, because if you say the price too soon, do you guys understand how this is a killer deal? Yeah. Yes. They don't yet because you haven't done what? You haven't built value. So if you say anything over 300 before they understand, you've lost the sale. So we go through the presentation, step 1, step 2, step 3, and what you're doing is you're building the value. Then eventually we do on step 6 as well. What's step 6? Everyone up here, eyes up here. What's step 6? Compare to the best out there. On sale, it's $1,999. Now we're twice the quality, twice the value. Michael, last one, I promise. Twice what? Better material. So it should be twice the price. Let me show you what you get. In other words, we let them sit on it. Just like I let you sit on it for about 3 hours. So you're like, come on, give me the price, give me the price. Then you say, by the way, and you do the Walmart sign physically so they see it. It's not over $4,000. What are we doing? What's happening here? What do you have to build? Build the value. It's not even as much as our Mercedes-Benz on sale. The Homemaker Plus 8 is only $11.39. Oh, and by the way, if you want to get it, we have a payment plan which is only $245 a month. It's like not even. It's like a third of your grocery bill, a half of your grocery bill. Oh, and this is just for you, so you see it. You can even show the customer. It breaks down to about $61 a week. How many of you have spent $61 in a weekend? You don't even know where you spent the 61 bucks. How many of you have spent 61 bucks in one night? You're like, wait a minute, 60 bucks? Okay. So if you can afford it, last time, who can definitely afford that? Yeah. You want to see something stupid? How about it's $9 a day for a Mac customer to get it? You guys spend $9 a day on food, right? Isn't this about $9 right here at Chipotle? Isn't the meal? Roughly, 8 or 9, okay? How many of you know someone your age that doesn't even have a job, but they find $8 or $9 a day to eat food? It's life, okay? Because what's a high value? Eating, and what doesn't matter? Yeah, but then when your parents say, I need you to pay for this, you say, I'm broke. You just bought Chipotle, though. Why? It's not the price. What always matters? Yeah, value matters. Does everyone understand the philosophy of closing? You now know more than the majority of people your age about consumer psychology and how to meet with people. If we stop, we're not stopping, but if we stop right now, you already know now more about how consumers think, how Mac customers think. You can connect with the Mac customer. You understand consumer economics. You understand the difference between a purchase and an investment. You understand that means it's over how much you spend, how often do you use it, lasts how long. You understand when customers have an investment and they don't feel good about it, they have buyer's remorse, and you have to find a price in that budget. I love training you guys. So now, before we take our next stretch and role play, let me teach you how to close. Turn to page 9 and 10, word for word. Crystal, I believe you were my reader, right, my friend?
Yep.
Okay. Nick, thank you for reading earlier.
Yep.
Okay. Let me make sure I have this.
Can I just move like to the wall or something?
What's that?
Like, I don't have to
Yeah, sure. We can scoot over. No worries. No worries. As long as you're paying attention. Okay. So top of page 9, it says summary. Miss Crystal, if you would, where it says let me review.
Let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You'll always have a sharp knife. It's comfortable, safe, and sanitary, and you'll enjoy cooking one. Cutco lasts forever, so it will be the last set of knives you'll ever buy. And you won't waste another dollar on dull, dangerous knives that don't work.
Okay, so what is that? That's a summary of what? Everything we covered. It's just a quick version. And why do you think we want to summarize before we go to close?
Just to reinstill.
Just to reinstill the what? Yeah, just to reinstill the value one last time before we close. And then, Crystal, the next section, this is where we also remind them that we don't sell just one amazing knife. Go ahead, Crystal.
Ms. Jones, there are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or tray. Sets come with a free cutting board to protect your knives. Sets come with free stuff. And we have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once.
Everyone got that so far? So what are we summarizing? We don't sell one knife. It's better to get a what? Everyone up here. It's better to get a what? Yeah, it's better to get a set. You guys know that. So now this is the closing. Right next to closing, though, I want you to write down memorize. Right next to the closing, I want you to write down memorize, where it says wrap up and closing the sale. Who can tell me why it's important to have this word for word? I told you to read the book, but for this one, I want you to get this memorized sooner than later. In fact, I'm going to test you. I'll give you a couple days. I'll test you Wednesday at Advanced Training 2. I'll give you a couple days. Why?
Because it's equally as important as your opening, where you have to connect with your...
Number one, you have to connect. So what shows connection body language-wise?
Eye contact.
Eye contact, yeah. When you can't have eye contact, well, body language, 55% of communication. Actions speak what? Louder than words. If you can't show eye contact, what does that show to a customer? You don't care, or you don't know, or you're not trustworthy. And we're about to ask them to invest. You guys see why it's important? It's kind of like a waiter at a great restaurant. If you're at a 5-star restaurant, what do you have to memorize? Everything special is in the menu. But if you go to a 4 or 5-star restaurant, like one of the best, not just good, but the best, let's say, Anna, let's say you're eating at the restaurant with your boyfriend, right? So I walk up, pretend I'm the waiter. When I ask you if you have any questions, ask me, how's the soup, okay? So welcome. This is your first time dining with us? Sorry, I see you have some drinks already. Are you enjoying so far? Well, welcome. My name is Jeff. I'll be your waiter this evening. Welcome to our 5-star restaurant. We're not good. We're not outstanding. We're the absolute best, so welcome. Did you have any questions on the menu for me?
What's the soup of the day?
I don't know. What does it say? Right? Or ready? Ask me, how's the steak? Right? So, and did you have any questions for me?
How's the steak?
I don't know. What does it say? Clearly, I don't A, know my menu. Clearly, B, I don't believe in the product because I don't even eat it myself. Now, who's been to a nicer restaurant? What's the reaction at that restaurant? First of all, ready? So, Anna, I see you've enjoyed some drinks already. Is there any other drink I can get you? You're okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Do you have any questions for me?
How's the steak?
The steak. Excellent choice. If you're in the steak, we have an important ribeye directly from, and they sell it. What are they doing? They're building the, they don't say, oh, it's $39.99, it's off the menu. They don't start with the price because you have to build what? It's the same thing, everybody. Or how about athlete? Where are my athletes? I don't care how high you jump, how hard you hit, how fast you run. If you can't memorize what, you don't play. Plays. It's the same thing, isn't it? Musician, you can't memorize the piece. It's the same thing. Actors, actresses, you have to memorize the script. Same thing. If you understand this whole concept, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Now, ready? 10% of you are god-awful at memorizing. That's okay. That's why I'm giving you 4 days. It'll come. It always comes. Practice makes what? Perfect. But 10% of you can memorize things no problem. If that's you, I would take advantage and make more money than everyone else and memorize it tonight before you show up to your first appointment. Ready? Everyone that memorized page 9 and 10 last week hit their first homemaker signature complete in the first day or two. Everyone. Now, that's not everyone, and 80% of you, it'll take you either today, tomorrow, and maybe by Sunday, but you should have it memorized probably around Monday, depending on how much you do it, okay? So, Miss Crystal, we'll start with Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and I'll show you in the book what you do.
Mr. and Mrs. Jones, most people haven't had the opportunity to price fine cutlery. It's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and price and build. I'm sure you'd agree that we can't compare Cutco to a cheap set of knives sold at a local garden.
Okay, then it says present, comparison, price, and sheet. So what? You don't read that, right? Put that in parentheses so you don't read it by accident. Present, comparison, price, and sheet. Put a parentheses so you don't read it by accident. Okay. And what you do, everyone, eyes up here. Can I get eyes? Okay, so watch. You're on this page. You're going to bookmark with your hand, flip to the back, and what I'm going to show you later is that this price comparison will be turned backwards. You can't see it because you don't want it until you need to. Want to see that? Take it out, unbookmark, and now you have step 6, which is where you do what? Compare overseas to Cutco, Mercedes to Ferrari. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to go back to one more point. Memorize. Ready? Watch me. Eyes. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, most people haven't had the opportunity to price fine cutlery. It's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and price available. I'm sure you agree you can't compare Cutco to a cheap set of knives sold at a local bargain store. I have here price comparison for cutlery set that's similar to Cutco. They're called Wolfstoff and Schön. Only sold in nice department before. So what do you notice? I have it memorized. Why? Because this is my playbook. I just want to stress again, having this memorized. So far, so good. You got it? If you're with me, say I'm with you. Okay, next section. Crystal, I have a price comparison.
I have a price comparison for sets that are similar to Cutco. They are called Wolfstoff and Schön, and they are found in most department stores and specialty shops. Have you ever heard of them before?
Okay, stop. Have you ever heard of them before? That is a question. My special sauce tip is when you ask a question, wait for an answer. You're like, really? That's the tip. When you ask a question, wait for what? Answer. Why? Because you have to be listening to the customer. This is why if you don't have it memorized, it comes across like this. Mr. George, ready? Mr. George, I have a price comparison for sets that are similar to Cutco, and they're called Wolfstoff and Schön, and they're found in most department stores and specialty shops. Have you ever heard of them before? They're very high-quality sets made overseas. Mr. George is like,
good joke.
Raise your hand if you know someone that when you ask them a question, they ask you a question, they don't listen. Like my cousin, she'll say, like we went on, let's say we go to watch a movie. She'll say, what did you think of the movie? I'll say, she'll go, oh, I like the part where this. Raise your hand if you know someone like that. Say aye. Yeah, that's how you come across when you don't listen for the answer. Watch. Say yes. Okay, and then when I do it with you, you say no. Okay, so Mr. George, they're called Wolfstoff and Schön. They're only sold in nice department stores. Have you ever heard of them before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay, cool. Well, they're made overseas. You just keep going. Miss Anna, they're called Wolfstoff and Schön. They're only sold in nice department stores and specialty shops. Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. Okay. Well, they're very high-quality sets made overseas.
It's the same thing.
Okay, ready? When you ask a question, wait for an answer. Got it. Continue, Crystal. They are.
They are very high quality sets made overseas. They have almost everything you look for in a set of cutlery. They have full tanks, high quality handle designs, and high carbon stainless steel plates. They're two of the top selling brands in the store.
Okay, no, stop there. What are we doing with the product? What are we doing with the product right there? Are we tearing it down or building it up? Why do you build it up? Yeah, you know, if your Ferrari's that good, you don't have to make fun of a Mercedes. Right? By the way, when you sell a Ferrari, I'm pretty sure they'll say, oh, Mercedes, excellent choice. Let me show you why we're better, though. With confidence. Why? Because you're not just good, you're the absolute what? When you're the best, you don't have to worry about anyone else. It's the same thing. Okay, continue, Crystal.
As you can see, the price for the Wolfstoff set is...
Okay, and I'll fill in the blanks. Ready? It's $3,325. $3,325. 3325, and the price of the Schön is $4,085. This is actually wrong on the computer, so don't copy this one. $4,085. $4,085. Sometimes you can find them on sale between $1,999, $1,999, and 2,799. Don't look at this one. 2,799. So I'll do the four numbers one more time. Ready? 3325, 4085, 1999, 2799. Okay. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Anyone need a number? Okay. Continue. There are, however. After
There are, however, some differences between these sets and Cutco.
Okay, take a look up here, eyes. So now what are we going to do? Compare. Okay. And the way it works, Crystal, you'll say, Wusthof and Shun, they have regular handles versus Cutco, which has, and just go back and forth.
Okay. Wusthof and Shun have sets. These have regular handles versus Cutco and comfortable and safe wedge lock handles.
Okay, eyes up here. And remember, whenever you're talking about something, you point. Keep going, I'll show you. Keep going.
Wusthof and Shun sets are dishwasher safe versus Cutco. Their handles are made of thermal resin, which are dishwasher safe. They have mostly straight edges and need frequent sharpening versus Cutco is the double D edge, which stays sharp for 7 to 10 years. Their sets are made overseas. Cutco's made in America. Their sets guarantee only covers defects, but Cutco sets have risk-free forever guarantee, which covers everything, including the 15 business days.
Okay, stop. So far, so good. Everyone understand? What did we just do? Compare. Okay. So now, Crystal, let's wrap it up. People who own.
Okay, people who own Cutco will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. I know you haven't had the chance to use it that much yet, but considering the guarantee and unique features, I'm sure you would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as the overseas brand.
Okay, now this is where we're trying to explain that in order to get the price of a product, you get what you, everyone, eyes up here, you get what you, and the way that we price things is based on, Michael? Material. So if you want to get double the quality and double the value in regular life, what should happen? Double the price. Go ahead, Crystal.
When something is twice as good and offers twice the quality and value and lasts twice as long, you would expect it to be twice the price. At twice the price, you're talking over
$4,000. Let me show you what you get. So we'll stop there for a second. Let me give you one more tip on this page. When you say the price of the competitors, okay, 3,825, 1,999, 4,085. Little tip for you. It's a little special sauce. Whenever you say the competitor's name, always fully enunciate the number. This is 3,325. This is 1,995. Whenever you talk about our product, so that sounds sweeter to the ears, ours is only $11.39. But theirs is $3,325. It's only our $11.39. How much is the payment plan? It's only what? $245. But theirs is $3,325. It's not really doing anything other than just sounding softer on the ears. If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Awesome. Got it? At this point, we've explained the Ferrari, why we're better than Mercedes, why we're the best, and what you get what you pay for. So we should be over how much? $4,000. Now we're going to bring it back to the second part. Show the price. Turn to page 10, and then we'll do a stretch role play after this. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do this part. Okay. Crystal, thank you. So first it says flip to the ultimate set. Ready? That's funny. Jeff, you've never said the word ultimate this whole training. What have we called the biggest set the whole training?
Complete?
What have we called it, everyone? The complete. Why do you think we don't use the term ultimate? Because it's scary as hell. It's like, would you like to get the I don't want ultimate anything, no. But complete. All right, softer on the ears. Okay, so watch. You're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. This is our complete set. This is the set for people who love to entertain and cook a lot. This is our signature set. This is a set that falls in between the complete and basic, and it's for people who like to cook. These are two most popular sets for people who do an average amount of cooking. The first set's called the Homemaker Plus 8 with table knives, and it comes with, watch, it says you get all 10 tools. In parentheses, it says show tools. So watch, you get all 10 tools. Why do you think you have to review the tools?
So they can see them once.
So they can see them once more. Seeing is believing. You get all 10 tools, okay? 8 table knives, the beautiful oak wood block, cutting board, and the sharpener for your straight edge knives only. What do I mean by that? What doesn't need the
Double D.
Yeah, not for double D. Okay? Our company's found that one of these two sets appeals to just about everybody, and the beautiful thing, underline beautiful. Okay. Our company has found that one of our sets appeals to just about everybody, and the beautiful thing, underline beautiful. Some of you have not underlined beautiful yet. Underline beautiful. Why? Why do I want you to emphasize? And the beautiful thing. Say it again?
Want to stress beautiful.
You want to stress beautiful because, first of all, it is beautiful. But really, you want to catch their attention so they don't miss the fact that you're about to do what? You're about to drop the price like crazy. But they might still be caught up in 4,000. I'm serious, because they might have what? Buyer's remorse. So when they say 4,000, oh, we're broke. It's not 4,000. The beautiful thing, don't do that. And the beautiful thing is they're not over $4,000. Okay. And notice right next to there's a space that says the beautiful thing is that they're not over $4,000. I want you to put in parentheses draw on a piece of paper. Draw. One more time. Why? Because seeing is believing. Everyone, seeing is believing. Yeah, seeing is believing. You write the 4,000, you slash it out. Okay. Although they will be if they were sold in stores. As a matter of fact, they're not even as much as these sets here. And you point to the comparison, which on sale are $3,325. The homemaker set with the 8 table knives is only $11.39. $11.39 or $245 a month on our interest fee. Over 5 months with no interest. And the homemaker set with the table without the table knives is only $904. I'm sorry, it's $195. $195 a month with no interest.
Oh wait, $11.39.
$11.39, $245, $904, $195. Sorry for the confusion.
$195.
Everyone good? You good? Eyes up, so I know.
Did you say 904?
Yes, I'm sorry. I know it's a part. And it's okay. 904.
What was that? 61 a week you said, and then $9 a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. 1139, 245, 904, 195. I know in the back it's hard to see. I apologize. If you were considering, eyes on the page, if you were considering a set of Cutco, which would you prefer, the homemaker set or the homemaker set with the 8 table knives? Hello. Now that's a question, so wait for an answer. Everyone, wait for an answer. Just wait. And it even says there, wait for the answer and compliment their choice. Why? Because you want the customer to be excited about the option, right? So, Mr. George, which would you prefer, the basic or the plus 8?
I'll take the plus 8.
Oh, that would be a great choice, right? Because you want to agree with them. Or basic. Miss Anna, which would you prefer, the plus 8 or the basic?
Basic.
Oh, that's a great choice, because what you're doing is you're connecting with the customer again. Okay? Next up. Now, let me explain our first call special.
Well, what if the husband and wife have to screw?
What?
One thing and another. One has basic and one has plus 8.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said. You go with the bigger one. Yeah. Right? Because it's right. And usually the wife will like that, right? Good call. I didn't hear you. Okay. Now let me explain our first call special. The first call special allows me to give you free merchandise when you place an order on my first visit. And start smiling, right? Because you're about to hook them up. If you get this set, it allows me to give you free merchandise if you place an order on my first visit. If you get this set today, I can include, watch everybody, you'll flip to the page, a matching 6-piece kitchen tool set, or the entertainer pack, or the super shears. Which would you prefer? That's a question. Wait for an answer. Everyone, wait for an answer. Good. That's a great choice, right? Why? You're going to compliment. Ms. Priscilla, which would you prefer? The kitchen tools, the entertainment pack, or the shears?
Kitchen tools.
Oh, that's a really good choice. Connect with the customer. Have we got that? Okay. Now, Mrs. Jones. This is the best part. This is step 8-7. What are you about to do? Ask for the
Order.
up here. Ask for the what?
Order.
Ask for the order. Mrs. Jones, I wouldn't be doing my job today if I didn't ask you this question. Would you like to get this set of Cutco today? Always point. Would you like to get this set of Cutco today and qualify for the blank for free? What's the blank? Whatever they like. Now, that's a question, but that's, man, the biggest question. Why? You just asked for the order. So what should you do?
Wait.
Okay, where it says, would you like to go ahead and get this set and receive the blank for free? Question mark. Put a smiley face and then write down, shut up. I want you to shut up or be quiet if I apologize if I offend you. Miss Danielle, I wouldn't be doing my job today. Eyes up here. I wouldn't be doing my job today if I didn't ask you this question. Would you like to go ahead and get this set today and qualify for the Super Shares for free? Not obnoxious. Okay. Positive. Non-pressure. Because remember, 55% of communication is what? Body? Language. Everyone, body? Language. Right? Actions speak louder than words. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You guys know that. Okay. Now, here's the great part. You're only going to get one of two reactions every time. You either get a yes or a no. That's it. You don't get any maybes if you just stay quiet. They'll say yes, and you guys know what happens. If they say yes, oh, let me show you the other two. If they say no, it's okay. I just want you to sit quiet because there's nothing you're going to say right there that's going to change what they think. If they have buyer's remorse, they've got buyer's remorse. You don't change that. You guys understand that? If they think it's too many options, they think it's too many options. Now what happened? You didn't build value. That doesn't matter. It is what it is. What you do next is the most exciting part of why you train with us. It's to learn how to work with customers and handle objections and close sales. Okay, so today we're just going to practice and teach you how when they say yes. Tomorrow I'll teach you what happens when they say no, but you already know the answer, right? When they say no, oh, no problem, just because I know, and just so I know because I'm new. Was it too much for the price, or was it too many options? Yeah, it's the same. We'll do it tomorrow, okay? So for now, let's take a look at the yes real quick. Crystal, we'll do this one, okay? So yes, honey, we will get that homemaker. We love it. Now, eyes up here. That means they just like the 7 Series right away after the test drive. So what do we have to show them at least? The M Series upgrade. Go ahead, Crystal.
Which part? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Congratulations. You'll definitely love your Cutco. But before I write that up, would you like to take a look at our 2 best sets? Because a lot of people really like those as well.
Sure. If they say yes, you show them the Ultimate and the Signature sets, which is right here. Okay. Show them the Ultimate and the Signature. Or you can use the other sheet, which has the fold out. It's like here. It's the same thing. It just shows the difference. It's the same thing.
You want to say complete instead of ultimate?
Yeah, I always say complete. I never say ultimate, okay? You show that to them, and it says, watch. If yes, show the ultimate and signature sets. In parentheses, after that, all office. So what do you think we're going to try and do for you? You've already sold the 7 Series. What are we going to try and do with the signature and the complete? We're going to try and work a deal for you. Okay? Work out a deal. Either a deal with free stuff or a deal with price, and I'll explain all that tomorrow. Ricky and Patrick and Andrew are your best friends tomorrow. You'll thank them all day for hooking you up. Okay? We'll stop there. Quick question.
So do we offer the first call special at every single time we go to someone's house?
Yeah. And by the way, you'll learn later on that you don't have to necessarily, but yeah, it's one of those makes it so easy. Yeah, go ahead.
I heard from somebody that when you usually give free stuff, it comes out of your money.
It sure does. So that's why I was just telling him, I'll show you later. You don't always want to give free stuff if you don't have to. But when you're new, don't you just want to make sales first? Yeah. Let's get some sales. Okay, go ahead.
For the memorizing part, are we just memorizing this?
9 and 10, the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why obviously it's not going to happen overnight. But if you have the ability to memorize, I'm just telling you, makes a big difference. If I told you that everyone who had it memorized closed on their biggest 3 sets within the first 2 to 3 days, would you work harder to memorize it?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I will cover tomorrow when they say no. That's actually even easier because most of it involves just calling us. Now, when you're advanced, after your 10 days, you'll do all the wheeling and dealing. You'll do the negotiations. But in your first 10 days, it's a lot of, oh, yeah, okay, let me call the office. Oh, yeah, let me call the office. I'll show you tomorrow. So we're going to role play page 9 and 10. Everyone turn to page 9. Okay? 3 parts to this role play. There's going to be music. I'm going to keep it low because the next door. Second, I want you to go word for word. I don't want you to try and memorize it now because it means you're probably not sticking to the script. So for now, I just want you to what? Read it. Okay. The first time through, I don't even want you to look at your partner. I don't even want you to see their face. The second time, you want to look up when you feel a little bit more confident, but stick to the script. Don't be what? Don't be fancy. Don't be what? Don't be fancy. I would like you to sell 2 homemakers. Now, when you get to the end of page 10, would you like to get it today? Yes. I want you to say yes. Congratulations, you're going to love your set of Cutco. Before I write the order, let's take a look at the 2 bigger sets, if that's okay. A lot of people like those as well. And then just stop there. Don't show the complete or signature. That takes more time. Just stop right there, then you switch. everyone understands, raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Okay, cool. Give me a good role play. If you can get a third one in, go for it. And then we're going to get to the next section, which is the money-making part. Okay? Go for it. Nice job, guys. You guys can stand up. Give me a good one.
We're still making the co-op thing, so yeah. Alright. So let me review my so many people. Oh, sorry. Let me review my so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You always have a sharp knife that's comfortable, safe, safe. Cutco lasts forever, so it can last 10 knives or less. You won't spend $70 and all take this knife you don't want to see. This answer there are several reasons why some customers choose sets. Cutco sets have loads of discounts, so it's cheaper, it's safer, it's a block and tray, it comes with a free cutting board to check your knives. There's fun stuff that's on Cutco. It's 3 months of information on so you don't have to pay for it all at once.